Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to 12 Counties. Today we are joined Wade, Kyle, Jason, and Janelle, and we are back in the city of Daly's, or the town of Daly's Corner, which is in the bottom corner of Oklahoma Territory. The year is 1870. Now you have come here looking for the second of three boxes of Mr. Solomon. I said it? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you have found that Daly County has recently undergone a fairly dramatic change from being a up-and-coming town to being a dilapidated hellhole. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put it mildly or nicely.
All right. So let me just get signed into Roll20 here, and we can get started. So, any questions before we begin?
As I told you on last time I saw you, that I was taking the ghost site edge.
Okay. Gotcha. Did you read what it does?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, what does it do?
Well, I see ghosts.
Dead people.
But it also gives me a bonus to fear checks, and I roll a d12 instead of a d20.
Against ethereals.
Against ethereals, yes.
Right. So, yeah, against hellhounds.
No, I'm still, yeah. Against ghosts and wraiths and other things like that.
Okay, I'm just going to put this out there, because those are yours, not mine. Okay. Let us begin. Now, as you rode into town, I believe it was, you rode out here, you arrived, it was a 2-day journey, and you took 2 days to get here, correct?
Actually, I think we took 2.5.
Right, so you arrived on the middle of the day on Monday, because you left Saturday morning, so it's now...
Yeah, because we were giving Nancy's horse, we were taking it easy, because the horse was blown as she was trying to catch up to us.
Right. So, all about to say, now you've arrived, you were standing out front of the library fixing the sign, correct? You went into the Jewel Theater where you met Belle,
yes.
Who was apparently the head entertaineress, mm-hmm. and the proprietor of the Jewel Theater, which, for all intents and purposes, kind of looks like an upscale cat house.
Yeah.
Right? Although run down.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I believe you guys had gone to the Crystal River Hotel.
I went to the Crystal or Crier River
Hotel, correct. Hotel. Yes, okay. So that's where we'll pick up. Nancy, by the way, has not just like she hasn't vanished, but she rode on ahead after you guys sort of made your noise that you're going to stick together and stop. She said, I'll check out the rest of the town. So this is Nancy Jericho, your co-worker or your colleague or your riding companion.
Okay.
If you recall, she's looking for a fellow by the name of Mr. Solomon. Mm-hmm. And she had rode hot and heavy because the signs had told her to come and meet you guys. And so she met you at Spencer's Crossing the day after you guys fended off the hellhounds. Right?
Yeah.
Cool for everybody? All right. Yeah, so I guess the question is, what do you guys do?
Well, we finished working on the library sign, so we're going to go and just swing by, and then she came out and told us that Mr. Daly had died in a fire.
Right.
So we were going to stroll down towards where Cassius went, and maybe swing by as we come down the street and realize there's a church and a graveyard over there.
Right.
But maybe we can see where Mr. Daly's buried.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Absolutely. So, who's with you?
It is now myself.
Yep, me.
And
yeah, because we were at the sign and then she came out and we were going over it.
Do you remember your overall experience inside of the Jewel Theater?
Yeah, I remember that she was very stunningly beautiful, so much that and her demeanor was super confident or something, or what was it? It was she made me feel uneasy.
Yeah, she was so overtly sensual that you actually felt like it was unnatural.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys are gonna head down to the church. Meanwhile, you're at the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he said I saw something through the window that didn't seem right.
No, when you walked into it, you quickly caught a reflection of yourself in the window, and rather than sort of being just somebody who was a little bit estranged by the town, you looked world weary and troubled by much passing. However, when you look back again, your image was normal.
Normal, yeah. There's definitely something odd about this town.
Alright, okay. And I'm going to need you, by the way, when you buy your mystical power, which is a ghost eye, I'm going to need some event that actually opens your eye. The third eye.
Right.
Okay? So even if it's a matter of you spending time to do that, that's fine. But I'm going to need you to actually spend that time.
Yeah. So I know it's not active yet. More than likely it'll activate when I'm thinking of
probably chosen a pretty good place to activate your third eye.
Yeah, but it's also probably going to be during my prayers this evening.
Yeah, could be.
Sandy's probably going to say, "Oh, hey, you might need this."
Or when you watch someone die and their soul comes out of their body.
Well, that too.
Be that friend or foe or whatever.
Okay. So since the three of them, we'll do them first. Okay. So this is a church. It's built on a bit of a hill. Okay. The actual entrance is actually on the east side. Okay, and the pathway leading up here is long since worn away. The church itself looks as if it was a church of a much larger, much more prosperous town. There's huge tracts of stained glass windows, although the stained glass itself is very, it's dirty, right? As if it hasn't been cared for in some time, okay? Out back, you can actually hear, as you're approaching and riding past the sort of the hedgerow, somewhere out in the graveyard, hidden by sort of the roll of the land, you can actually hear like the sound of a shovel breaking earth, right? Right. And incongruously, just behind the church, there's a bunch of graves, right? There is a small mausoleum, there's a small sort of tomb, but then there's actually a very large mausoleum beside it. The mausoleum itself is made out of sort of a white marble, although the marble itself is covered with sort of a mossy cover. The easiest way for me to describe is it kind of looks like something that belongs in sort of a German Gothic town. Oh, okay. It's carved with angels, etc., etc. Okay.
Interesting.
What do you do?
Well, we're just going to kind of wind around the church and...
All right.
I would assume.
All right, so you guys wind around the church. There is a hitching rail at the bottom of the hill, and from here you can see a small rough-cut path leading up to the church itself. More than that, there is the sound of singing coming from within. You can hear some angelic voices raised to the Lord. Okay? You can't really make out the words though because you're outside.
And what kind of church is it? Like what sort of?
It's a white church.
Like Catholic or Baptist, or does it matter? I don't know. I'm just curious.
It does. It is a. Daly's Corner, Church of the New Covenant. Okay. So, some sort of Protestant church. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go in the church, or do you want to go and check out the graveyard?
Look around the graveyard first.
All right. Okay, so you bypass the church. Out back, what about you, Philomena? Do you bypass the church as well, or do you head inside to listen to the singing?
I'm going to go inside just for fun.
Okay, awesome. So you tramp up the stairs. As you tramp up the stairs, you're just topping the top stair, and you're just like on the sort of the landing at the top. The door is closed, and you can hear the singing outside. As you do so, there's suddenly a single bong from the roof from the bell above you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's 1:00.
Yeah, you're like, nope. Okay. The music kind of falters for a moment, and then continues. You hear the out-of-tune piano kind of playing.
Do I feel like uneasy about going inside? If I did some sort of like notice check?
Yeah, that sensing something odd, that actually doesn't come from any type of notice, right?
Okay.
That's actually more of a spirit check, okay? Do you feel a sense of unease here? No more than you did for the rest of the town.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But there's, right?
Well, I want to see what's inside.
All right, so you open the door. You guys also hear the bell as you're kind of circling around outside. As you do so, the bell dings, or bongs, and then you see two guys who are up to their waists in a grave, okay? They stop, look at the bell, kind of look at each other. They also look at you, okay? Now, both of these guys look about the same. They are Midwestern, corn-fed, blonde, well-muscled guys working in the sunlight. And when they see you, they smile. Oh, welcome, brothers. Okay. You open the door. You're trying to sneak in. Well, not sneak in, but you're trying not to disturb the services that are going on. So, the singing stops. And the 10 people inside, who are being led by a pastor, suddenly stop singing, and as one turn to look towards you.
Okay.
Their faces are neutral, okay? But then the fellow who's at the front, he looks at you, kind of rustles down his, he's got like a gray coat with a collar, and his face is like, welcome, child, please come in. Okay?
Okay.
I'm Deacon Robert Plume. Welcome to our congregation. Would you like to take a seat? As one, everybody smiles. Oh, welcome, brother. Welcome, sister. Come. Sit.
Well, thank you very much. And I go, and I'm going to sit.
Not creepy at all.
I just want to see what's going to happen. I'm very curious.
All right. Now, sort of an odd thing that happens is as you kind of stride into the church, you're struck for a second. I need you to make a spirit check.
Okay, so spirit check. So it's at 8. So
Yep.
do an 8 and then my wild
Decent.
die?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Ooh, nice. So
6.
that open ends. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you don't break your stride.
Okay.
But what you see is the stained glass from outside. It's all dirty, right?
Okay.
And at that moment, the clouds break a little bit, and sunlight casts in through these stained glass windows. And suddenly, everybody in the congregation looks as if they've been in a fist fight. They're all covered with sort of the bruises of color from the light of the window.
Oh, weird.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And where red is, it's almost like you can see blood on their faces and their white shirts with their clothing, etc.
Okay.
You don't hesitate because you've got a fantastic spirit check.
Yeah.
And as you kind of blink away, the clouds have once again hidden the sun, and that obviously illusion goes away, and you continue on in.
All right.
Or
But
do
I
you?
see that, and I'm going to say, I'm going to go let my friends know, and we'll come back and watch your show when I back out.
Watch your show?
No,
Sir?
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
sermon, yeah.
so
Your singing is what
so
I
he
meant.
steps forward. He says, "No, sister, you have friends? Here, let me send one of my followers to fetch them for you. Where are they?"
Oh, don't mind. I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. I'm going to go outside.
I don't know, this time period they might just say, nah, just light it up in here.
Well, I'm just going to go
All right.
outside. Just like staying no.
All right.
thank you.
So you step out back, okay? So these two guys kind of look up from the bell ringing, and then they see you. Their faces are kind of coolly neutral, and then suddenly it's like, brothers! And they step out, like they haul themselves out of the grave, shovels in hand. These guys are two strapping lads. In today's day and age, they would be models, right? Like they're attractive.
Howdy.
Well, good day, sir. Welcome to Daly's Corner. I hope you've found it hospitable.
Don't write a note. You guys, you're the first people we met.
Well, sorry for appearances. there's been a bit of a turn. Some of the copper mines, they've run dry, and some of the people have left town. But please, you're always welcome. I believe the deacon is giving service right now if you're looking for a blessing. As you guys sort of approach, on the right-hand side, or on the left-hand side, as you're sort of wandering towards them, there is this mausoleum, like this big Gothic mausoleum. It says the words Daly, D-L-A-Y, across the thing. So, yeah.
Is there a gravestone around the grave they're digging?
There is not.
Okay.
So it's a fresh grave.
Well, it's better than digging up an old grave.
Yeah.
Think.
The guy we're looking for, his name was what, Daly again?
Thomas Daly.
Thomas Daly. So we're just new to town, and we heard Thomas Daly passed.
Yes. And they both turn to each other. Poor Thomas. He died in the fire. In fact, the mausoleum you stand in front of right now, that is his eternal resting place. If you have more questions, perhaps you should ask the deacon.
Yeah. What did his house burn down? What happened?
Let me get the deacon for you, sir. Okay. And with that, he actually heads into the back door of the church. Okay. So you sort of exit out the front. As you do so, a weight is lifted from your chest. You're like, you're not exactly sure what it is that you feel, but like a relief to be outside of the church.
All right, I'm going to try and find him so I can tell him what I think I might have seen. It's really strange.
Who, him?
Him.
Him. All right, okay.
So I feel like he might be somebody that might know stuff about
Right, okay, so you're at the Crystal River Hotel?
Yeah, or Cry River, whichever you want to.
Okay, well, officially it's the
Crystal River, right?
Hotel.
Yeah, because it's across the street, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, back down the hill and across this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when you step inside, there is an area where it looks like people once ate, but it would appear that no one's been there for a while. Most of the tables are covered in dust, and some of them have like boxes and shrouds over top of them. The entire place is just sort of dark inside. There is a fellow standing behind he seems surprised to see you, but there's a fellow standing behind the counter. It's oak, which is stained sort of a heavy red color, okay, with a black wood top. And as you step inside, the shadows kind of play across his face. The windows themselves are dirty, as if they haven't been washed in some time. Anyhow, so he looks at you. G'day, sir. Are you in the right place?
Well, if this is where we could find lodgings for the night, I'm sure this is the right place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, of course. He kind of pulls his vest. As he pulls his vest, you notice like there's holes in his vest from wear.
Yeah.
And he says he slips out from around the counter and he smiles and he says, "Carl Testaverde," and he holds out his hand, sort of in an open welcome. You hesitate for a second before taking his hand. As he does so, it's like, "Carl Testaverde."
Yeah.
I'm the proprietor of the Crystal River Hotel.
Oh, yes.
The sole proprietor of the Crystal River Hotel.
What?
His hand sits there quivering between you.
I'll shake his hand.
All right. I must apologize for the state of the. My apologies for the state of the hotel. I've been quite busy maintaining it by myself.
Town looks like it's hit a bit of a rough time.
Some of the copper mines have closed. It means a lot of the money's left in, and Mr. Daly, he was the leader of the town, and I don't know, he's recently passed. A lot of us are kind of concerned about what might happen next, in all fairness.
Yeah.
But, Pastor, he's got a plan, and I believe in that plan. God will deliver.
Yes,
So, you said we are looking for lodgings?
yes, me and a few friends.
I see.
What? How many? Well, this is what, a 2-story?
It's a 2-story hotel, yeah. So there's going to be rooms on the bottom and the top. You'd guess it's probably about 8 rooms upstairs, probably a half dozen, or 3 or 4 downstairs.
Okay.
Well, I have space. It'll be $1 a night per person. If you want a private room, I have to charge you $2, but it's $1 each if you want to share. I could get a bath going for you, but it'll be a little time. I haven't had a requirement for some time.
I haven't had a customer for some. Yeah. I'll have to go and find my friends to make sure, but those prices seem reasonable.
Oh, well, excellent. I shall set the rooms aside for you and make sure that they're in top shape just for when you return.
Okay. And I'll walk out of the hotel because this place is...
Okay.
This entire town is downright creeping me out.
All right. Momentarily, you're joined by the deacon. So these are your friends. Robert Plume. Well, good to meet you. Is it Robert? Did I say Robert?
Wasn't she going to find him?
Yes.
Oh, go and find him. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you had. Yeah, so you see him kind of walk out of the hotel, looking about the same way as you look, walking, out of the church.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we pausing? I mean, yeah.
Nope. Yeah. So, hi. Good afternoon, Robert Plume.
Well, howdy, Mr. Plume. I'm Jebediah Fane.
Well, it's wonderful to meet you, Mr. Fane. You notice, by the way, he's put on like a big wide hat, okay, and in the shadows of the underneath the brim of the hat, his eyes look up at you, and just at this one moment, the eyes kind of catch the sun in sort of an odd way. It's almost as if they glint in a sort of, predatory way. You notice, by the way, that he is joined by 6 of his congregants, all men and women who all look to be healthy, strapping, dressed in white shirts, suspenders, new pants. Well, and have you come to find God? Because you've come to the right place. The pastor is out of town right now, but he'll be back in the next couple of days. I'm sure he'll be able to set you to rights.
We actually were coming into town. Mr. Daly, who apparently passed away. He's
tragic. But he lived the life, and the Lord takes those home who need to be taken home, if you know my meaning.
What happened? We had urgent business with Mr. Daly.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that notice is going to have to wait until you pass into the next realm. Until you find the kingdom yourself, because Mr. Daly, he died in a fire.
It's a terrible way to go.
Yes.
As you stroke the scar,
yeah, you kind of... he says... and then there's almost like this oily undertone, and he says, but perhaps an inkling of where he might end up in the long run.
I see. Was it his house that burned down? What happened?
Oh, indeed it was. Yes. Those of us in town, we heard the commotion. And of course we ran. We brought buckets, but it was far too late. The house was well aflame when we arrived there, and it was too hot to approach. We could hear poor Thomas inside screaming to death, right? And as he says that, right, they all cross themselves. And can you guys make a notice check? Are you religious?
Me, no.
Are you religious?
In passing, anyway.
All right, do it.
4.
4.
Okay. So you're not religious, but you are. So you see them crossing themselves. So normally the cross is top, bottom, left, right. These guys are bottom, top, left, right, left. You're like,
well, that was weird.
yeah. Anyhow, it's just a passing motion. Probably just trained differently here.
It's a European thing, maybe.
Let's see.
Anyhow,
All right. What's your mom? Was
Welcome to Deadlands.
was it just him, or was it his family too?
Oh yes, Mr. Daly. He lived alone for a number of years. He was wanted to take a single woman every so often, if you know what I mean, as a housekeeper. But in time, they always made enough money to move on to the city. He doesn't do the quotes, but you can hear the
air quotes.
Yeah.
Well, I see.
So did this have something to do with the mines running dry, or?
Beg your pardon?
Sorry, we were coming to see him. My aunt apparently knew him in the past and had an idea that we could get a job in the mines here.
Oh, I'm gonna make you make a persuasion check, please.
That's smart.
That's a 4.
Okay, you good with that?
Probably.
All right. He says, he looks you up and down. Well, 4. Now, you also have ugly, though, right?
Uh-huh.
So is that 4 with the -1?
Does that really affect my ability to come across as someone that would work in a mine?
But you're lying. You're telling a story.
Oh, yeah.
It affects your believability.
These go I'll just re-roll that.
Okay.
Why not?
There you go.
Much better. Well,
So, 7.
Okay, so, yeah, he kind of looks you up and down and he says, well, the mines are always looking for extra workers. Or, those mines that haven't played out yet, they're, well, the work is hard. I'm sure we can find somebody. You want to probably talk to the men at the assaying house, or I actually have his name. Excuse me. Do you know there's a few things that I dislike. One of the big things I dislike is when they have when they write a module and they don't put all of the salient details on a single page.
like all the names of the people in the
Yeah.
They should just have like a separate page where they just have a list of pertinent
Yeah.
details.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, with the game, the Pathfinder game I'm running, it's like, okay, why do I have to keep? I need to keep like almost 2 instances of the PDF up so that I can, like, this is
Right.
where I'm at. This is
All right.
the info I need.
Yeah, so you're going to want to talk to Ike over at the assaying office. All the miners come to him when they're looking for extra help.
All right. Well, thank you kindly.
And now we can invite you in for a service. We're right in the middle. Never too early to get the blessing from higher power.
No, thank you.
Well, all right then.
You have a blessed day.
All right.
What was the deacon's name?
Plume.
Robert
Robert
Plume.
Plume.
Deacon Plume.
What was Daly's first name?
Thomas.
Thomas Daly.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have... Okay, you guys are together, and you guys are together. Roll a d6, and you guys can roll a d6. Whichever one you want to roll. Whoever.
And also, when I met up with Cassius, I told him what I saw in the church.
Absolutely.
6.
6, okay.
Oh, no, this one is 3.
All right. You are exiting out from the church. You're walking out of the shadow of Daly's tomb when you hear a horse stop in front of the actual church itself. Okay, like you can hear the thump, and then as it slows to a stop. As you are sort of crossing back over that hill down to where your horses are actually tethered, you see 2 men. Okay, now one of the men is dressed like a gun hand. He's light jacket, hat. The other fellow is sort of a big, bluff-looking guy. I actually have a picture of the other guy. Just in case we needed it.
It's always a good sign.
Well, people with pictures usually survive longer than.
What day of the week is it?
Monday.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Hopefully that's not the marshal that's going to be trying to track people down, but...
Alright, so this fellow steps off. Now, you notice that he looks like a marshal, although his clothing is impeccable, okay? He's a big guy. He looks tough, okay? And as he approaches, he's tips his hat. Gentlemen.
Tip my hat.
Now he sort of pulls back his overcoat. As you do so, you see the star on his chest, right? He also is well armed. He has like a long-barreled Navy revolver at his side. He's got a double-barreled shotgun sort of strapped across his front, and his eyes sort of narrow. And he says, "Yeah, I'm the law around these parts. I'm here to tell you right now. I don't cotton no extra questions. You got money to spend? That's fine. You can spend it, then move on."
Well, good day to you, Sheriff.
It's Marshall.
Marshall. No trouble from us.
You make sure you'll keep it that way. Otherwise, well, they'll be digging another pair of graves in the back of that yard. I ain't got time for the likes of no vagabonds and gun drifters. Do I make myself perfectly clear, gentlemen?
Clear as a morning spring.
His eyes narrow. You mocking me?
No,
Okay,
sir.
The other fellow, he's standing behind his horse a little bit farther back, right? You can see his hands sort of drift to the double-barreled shotgun there. I don't like being mocked. In fact, I consider it to be one of my grievances with the Lord that people upon this world would actually not treat each other with respect.
I meant all due respect, Marshal.
All right, then.
You have a blessed day.
So he throws himself back up to his horse. His eyes are like, okay. And he slowly rides away. The deacon comes up behind you. Well, I've seen you met the marshal. A
Right.
singular man he is. Saw him gun down 4 men in a single gunfight. He was brought in by Mr. Daly to keep peace in our pleasant little town.
How's that been working out for you?
Well, it's peaceful.
He's got you there.
He's right friendly.
Okay, sorry. This is not him. He's not pausing. I'm as a GM. He says, "The wicked need to be punished, and the marshal knows his business to punish her."
Well, you have a blessed day.
And you.
Head over to the hotel.
Okay.
Get out of here.
This town is just...
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think we should stay here overnight.
Well, guys, where else do we camp out?
I don't know, far away from here.
I might have a plan. Did I buy any dynamite?
I don't know if you did or not.
All right. About this time, you guys are just sort of leaving the hotel. You can see this marshal and his gun hand right away.
Okay.
He kind of tips his hat at you, ma'am, as you ride by. He's death riding a horse. Like as he rides by, you get a chill from his stare.
Right.
Even though it's respectful and he tips his hat to you, there is something merciless about him.
Scary. I've seen men like him before.
Okay. As you are done, Nancy, she rejoins you.
Okay.
She says, "Well, this is a pleasant little town.
Yeah.
So you were looking for the Thomas Daly place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's at the north side of town. It burned to the ground.
Uh-huh. And he died in the fire.
Yeah. This town's haunted.
Yeah, I'm getting that feel.
Yeah, and they probably had some sort of cult.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as we're all on the same page then.
So right above the town.
Okay, so where's the assaying office?
The SA office is over here.
Okay. So we need to check in there at some point as part of a cover story.
Right.
Well, I'm getting...
Need to ransack the burnt-out house looking for the box.
Uh-huh.
And if we don't find it, then we need to, after dark, create a distraction on the north side of town so that we can break into the mausoleum down here.
Okay.
Sounds
Nancy
well
looks at
thought
you.
out.
Well then. Sounds like we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
What time of
I
day
mean, we
is
could
it?
just ask, but it might end up, sacrificed to some sort of...
Well, yeah.
Hey,
whatever.
listen, I stopped at the boarding house on my way up there. The boarding house is actually empty. It seems like whoever owned it kind of ran off some time ago. Might be a little bit more safe than the hotel. I'm just kind of get that feeling.
Yeah, I'm getting... I went in and I talked to the sole proprietor of it, and it's sketchy.
Alright, well, I got no problems boarding up in the boarding house.
Okay.
She'd like somewhere I could probably set my own wards.
Well, but I could rustle me up some victuals.
Oh,
I'm right famished.
probably find... It's got to be a saloon or something in town.
Yeah, I say we find us a saloon.
I'm not sure if I want to drink the water.
Well, don't you worry. I'll test the water. Test the waters.
All right.
What skill would, like, haircutting be under? To be a barber?
Well, there's two skills. One would be under medicine, healing.
Mm-hmm.
The second would be under, I don't know.
Craft or perform? Or...
Yeah, craft, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Why?
apparently the barber shop was all shut up, so they need a new barber in town.
Okay.
I don't know.
Remember, we're not staying in this town,
Uh-huh.
preferably not more than a couple of days, because this place is just downright...
Uh-huh.
Off-putting.
All right. Yeah, you think you have another 3 or 4 hours before darkness falls.
Alright.
As you were watching, you actually see a wagon load of what looks to be exhausted men actually pull up into town. Okay, and they get off and they sort of head off in different directions. One of them heads over to the hardware store, et cetera, et cetera. They all look filthy, as if they've been underground, for example.
Mm-hmm. So
right?
like miners.
Yeah, and their horses look exhausted as well.
Okay.
Exhausted and underfed.
Mm.
Oh, where do we park our horses again?
Well, we might as well just tie them up outside the boarding house.
Okay.
And so are they nearby? Like, they just...
They rode past you
Okay.
on the way into town. So it's not like there's no one in the streets, but it's pretty quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to tie up Silver at the boarding house.
Okay.
And I'm going to just start kind of walking back towards the buildings, hoping that maybe one of those is a saloon. Is there a sign on on any of them that says
Saloon?
Yeah?
Yeah,
The one
6
that
feet
says
saloon.
saloon? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go get some
Let's go
food.
get some food.
All right, so the 6 feet saloon actually has 6 boot prints in sort of a radial pattern. Okay, and then in this old painted, saloon sign, it says 6 feet. Okay, it has a pair of accordion, what those doors are called. Okay, swing open. From inside, you can hear the sounds of people. Okay, yeah. So, this place has the look of a fine saloon that was built by somebody who really knew their business, but has since fallen into sort of a harder times. Okay,
Like this entire bloody town.
This entire town.
yeah.
Disrepair. That Marshall's giving me shivers.
This one, like all the others, the windows are not clean, and you notice that the behind the bar there was like a grate, like there's a bar mirror, but it's actually hung with a black drape, okay, as if to hide the mirror. There's a stock of drinks in stock of drinks in front of it, and it looks to be a pretty meager selection. Basically, some rock gut, etc. The tables are behind the bar. There is a fellow working, and then there is another fellow who's dressed in a waistcoat. It actually has tails, but it's old, and his vest is also old. You can see a chain of a watch leading to the thing, and on his table he actually has a top hat. Okay, there's also a table of miners, and a single woman in her mid-20s or so kind of works the table. She was probably once curvaceous, but the curves have kind of run to heaviness. But the clothes that she's wearing were from when she was curvaceous.
Understood.
Okay. Yeah. So, and as well, there is a piano player playing in the corner. Okay. The piano is hopelessly out of tune, but he struggles into it. Okay. What do you do? Are you all going to the tavern or to the saloon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you push your way into the saloon. As you do so, everybody kind of looks up as if. Oh, one other thing as well. There's also a pair of guys. They have their coats thrown over chairs. They have their gun belts on the table, and on their chest, on their vests, they have stars.
Oh, okay, good.
More deputies.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right, well, is there a table where we can sit down and break bread together?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's lots of tables. So you sit down at a water-stained table. Okay. This thing needs to be finished like nobody's business. And as you sit down, the woman comes over to see you. Well, good afternoon. Welcome to the 6 Feet Saloon. Can I offer you a drink of some beverage of your choice? She has pockmarks on her face as if she was sick at one time and she's recovered. She was probably once attractive, but this really like the effect of it is it's almost you get the feeling she was close to death. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are we with the Nancy or whatever?
Nancy is actually looking for a place to put your horses.
She's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right, anyway.
Well, why don't you bring us a bottle and rustle us up some victuals?
What's that?
Food.
Victuals? It's food.
Okay. All right then. Well, we don't offer that much because we don't get many people who come in to eat, but I'll see what there is for fixing. And she heads off to the back. She returns with 4 glasses and a bottle that says whiskey.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Okay.
All right. Well, take up the glasses.
I was thinking more along the lines of beer, but
Would they have?
Better
That's a
roll.
question. Back in the West, was beer like a?
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, was okay. All right.
Easily brewed, easily.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
curious if it was. I guess it would have been. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So-
Beer's been a common staple
I know
since
what-
like ancient.
No. I
So-
knew that. I just wasn't sure. Just
In a lot of these-
logistically, if the
So-
saloons had a lot of beer.
provisioning wise, beer and cider were very common. Okay, so was whiskey, so was gin. Rum was also quite common.
Okay.
And you could also get things like rarer things like absinthe and
Sure.
all those other
A
kinds.
lot of them.
And there was also absinthe is an alcohol. It's like and you could also get locally brewed spirits as well.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise known as rock apple.
Obviously,
Moonshine.
Moonshine.
my frame of reference is just westerns and stuff, and everyone always gets their bottle of whiskey and they
That's
pour
right.
it in a glass. That's
Yep.
right. So that's just,
A lot of places, like the lower alcohol beers, were safer to drink than the water. So
yeah. No, that would make sense.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So do you want to pull him something? Do you want to pull you something off the tap instead? You'll have your money. Throw in what you're going to pay. Tell me what you're getting.
how much is the bottle of? Well, we'll
Oh,
find
right.
out. Which
Where
brings
is
us a
the-
tab.
There's a price sheet there. Okay.
Well, anyways, I got my bottle of whiskey and I pour everybody a glass.
I don't partake before nighttime.
Of course you don't, my lady. I down hers.
I don't know. It's probably safer than water in this place.
So it's a nickel for a glass of
I have
beer,
some water.
and for a bottle of their fine spirits, it's a couple bucks.
Couple bucks. Well, I got money to spend.
Okay.
That's a $10 coin.
Wow, wait.
I'm like, flip her a dime. Thanks.
Okay. Okay. So she is. she eventually returns. So if you guys want food, the too many games. Where is my?
2 bits.
I think it's like a quarter for a meal.
All right, I got it, everybody.
Okay.
It's on your brother, Jeb.
Awfully generous.
Okay.
I like this town.
Yeah, it's basically beans and overcooked eggs. Okay,
Alright.
with a side of bread, which is
Some rice, probably.
if it was toasted, it's toasted. Otherwise, it's probably pretty stale. Okay, so that's what she brings you for your meal. As she does so, you are you're kind of picking at the watery beans, etc.
Uh-huh.
And you look over and you see her trying to catch your eye.
Trying to catch my eye?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And where's she standing?
She's standing over by the bar. She's just kind of leaning on it. But she's sort of, like her head sort of motioning towards a corner, perhaps out of sight of the lawman.
Oh, okay. And the reason she's looking at me is because she caught my eye? Because she's trying to warn me?
You don't know?
I don't. Okay.
But she's like,
You might want to...
Why? Is it because I'm like a female in a saloon, or I just
you
don't?
don't know?
Well, what are the rules of the time?
She just wants to talk to you.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was.
I
Yeah.
thought she was trying to warn me
No.
about the
No.
lawman.
No.
That's
She wants to talk
that's
to
what I
you.
got. Okay, I
Yeah.
see. Okay, so she wants me to be like quiet about it. Excuse myself to powder my nose.
All right. Okay, so you head towards the outhouse?
Yeah.
Okay. She catches you in the hallway at the back.
Okay.
And she kind of leans in, and she smells heavily of lye soap.
Okay.
And she says, if you're looking to do your business, don't go to the theater.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
You can't trust Belle. Trust me.
All right, what do you know about her that I
Well,
should be aware of besides the obvious?
Just from me to you,
Okay.
it would not be a good choice. Okay.
Okay.
And then she sort of bustles away.
Okay. All right. So she obviously knows what I do.
Well, yeah, you convey yourself a certain way,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you.
I do enough, but I'm scared that there's lawmen. Is that bad? And like, is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Not technically illegal.
I'm asking him. You're like, oh no.
No, it's not illegal.
Okay.
Yeah. In frontier towns like this, men outnumber women as much as 25 to 1.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And therefore, your industry is very important to make sure more people don't shoot each other.
Okay. Yeah. So they stay happy, and I understand. Okay.
Yep.
the mirror was intentionally covered over.
Yes.
Like a funeral or something.
When you noticed things going wacky, that was like when you saw something in
Through a
reflection?
glass. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And was that when you walked into the church? Something or other
Yeah,
happened.
well, it was the
it-
light shining from the window, I think, that made them.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I gotta unfold my folding knife and kind of just look around the room in a reflection.
You doing this surreptitiously?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice. Oh, I have a mirror too.
I think it's going to be thievery.
Thievery.
Mm-hmm. Just sleight of hand, man.
I'm just eating my beans.
So this is a D4 -2, you say?
Oh.
Oh wow.
This is the wrong character for this.
Yes.
You know what? I'll do this because I'm crazy.
Because he's crazy.
So you're going to add 1d6 plus 2 or re-roll and add plus 2?
Oh, that probably would work.
D6 is the square one.
Yeah. So that would be 8.
So 7 plus 3. Yeah, right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm with you. Gotcha. Right. Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a spirit check.
Ooh.
So 9.
Okay. You sort of take your knife and you begin sort of tilting it around the room, right? As you do so, you keep it sort of concealed. You look like you are checking your watch. I don't know, something.
Yeah, cleaning his nails or something.
Okay. Yeah, cleaning your nails. Good one. Yeah, thanks. As you do so, you sort of swim it past. Now your knife has a. You rolled well enough to make this work. So your knife has a nice enough sheen on it that you can see sort of some images, sort of not fuzzy, but maybe what's the word I'm after here?
Distorted?
Distorted, yes. And so as you kind of sort of passed around, you can see like the tired miners. Okay. Okay. So you can see the tired miners. As you do so, as your knife passes by them, their faces are not like they're. When you look at them physically, they're obviously exhausted, right? However, their faces are almost skeletal in their reflection. Okay, and their eye sockets are hollow. Okay, again, though, it's a trick of the light, right? Because when you glance back, it's just a reflection, right? You continue sort of surveying the crowd. What I'm going to say is, with your roll, I'm going to say that you can catch one more image. So you catch an image of the bartender, piano player, the lawman, or Nancy as she walks in through the door.
Thinking either the lawman or Nancy. But wait, was Nancy the server or was that
Server.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Oh,
Nancy
she's
is our companion.
Oh, I thought she joined us now?
Yeah, she's just
She just
arrived.
walked in the...
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta go, hi, it's the lawman, and low, it's the lawman.
Yeah. So as your knife passes, as you kind of glance over them, you can see these two guys sort of sitting at the table. They're one of them's just pouring a drink, and it's almost as if he suddenly thinks that he's being observed, and you can see him look up, and just for a moment you see the black outline of his face, coal red eyes, but that's just the light dancing off the glass door. As in the back, when you look back, you can see the guy looking up at you as if trying to puzzle out what exactly you're doing with your knife. Okay. So if you scroll up a little bit, so there's more here. She returns. She says, "I found the stables, but whoever ran them, they've run off. They left their horses in the stable. There's a pair of, well, the animals have gotten to them, but they're dead. They're rotting.
Well, this town is just, there's something up.
The smell of something else. I'm not sure that I want to. I'm not sure I want to stable Stella up there.
Yeah, let's just hitch him up at the boarding house.
Well, we're gonna need to take the saddles off.
Yeah.
So I don't mind doing the work, but.
Well, I'm gonna finish up and grab my bottle, and I'll come help you.
Okay.
I don't want to stay in here much longer than this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go help her set up the horses.
So
how
as
much
you
do we actually care about this job? Is my question.
Since Big John asked us of it, it's something we...
Yeah. We have to do it.
You, by the way, as you grab the bottle, I need you to make a spirit check.
Oh, well, isn't that just special? That would be a 3.
All right. So you grab the bottle. For a moment, it's almost like you feel like you've grabbed the lantern by accident. Okay? Because you grab the bottle and it's hot to your touch. Okay? And as you release the bottle, it smashes to the ground. Okay? Revealing the liquid. And then the liquid, all of this liquor, pours out through the cracks in the thing. As it does so, just for a moment, just again, sort of in the reflection of the fluid draining in between the floorboards, you see a face of some sort, horned, angry. And you blink and it's drained out through the cracks in the floorboards.
Look at my glass. Put down.
Okay,
Let's go look at those horses.
yeah, you look at your hand. There's actually burn marks
Like
along
some
the tips of your
blisters.
fingers.
Little blisters. Oh my. I'm looking at my hand.
Yeah, the bartender was everything all right there?
Yes, blessed day.
Blah blah blah. I gotta go. Yeah, Nancy looks at you. Is everything okay?
He just can't hold his liquor terribly well.
Yeah. And what are you talking about?
Oh my word!
I stopped.
Jason, that was a bad
I'm
one.
gonna hold that up. Now give those a mix first.
Okay.
You had to go there.
What? It was a valid
Dad joke.
statement.
Yes, it was a valid statement, but
I'm looking. It's like I'm gonna ask you to take that back.
Oh, he was kidding. Leave it be.
Oh, you're making a joke. I see. All right.
literally, you could not hold your liquor.
That was all right. All right, I'll give you that one.
Did you really? Did you just get it for real?
I actually did just get it for real,
Oh,
but that was good. That was very good.
that's crazy.
So that was
Style of
yeah.
joke and everything.
That was one Betty good, man.
But yeah, no, I'm very thin-skinned. I don't want to be.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, I cannot take a
He's
joke.
sensitive.
I'm very sensitive about pretty much everything. So
Because you're stuttering like you're up and
Just-
bullied.
exactly.
All right.
All right, so yeah, I'm going to, and on our way to look up the horses, I'm going to show Nancy. No, Nancy.
Nancy, yeah.
The good
I'm
lady.
not sure of these blisters. I'm like, there's something wrong with this town.
She looks at those. Her, if you recall, oddly green eyes. She looks at you. What's that from?
That's from the liquor,
The bottle.
the bottle. When I grabbed it, it was scalding hot. That's why I dropped it. I can hold my liquor.
I have no doubt. Well, let's deal with these horses.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with the saloon. I think it's time to head back to the boarding house.
Okay.
This entire place is giving me the flippin' creeps.
How much of our food did we eat? Have we finished? Is it
I'll say you finish your food. Yeah.
like before that happened?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Well, let's. You already paid well.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll pay up.
Yeah, he paid for it.
Yeah. So we need to find somewhere to sit down and discuss things.
All right. So as a gang, you head back to town.
Back to the boarding house.
Because this place has got to be better at nighttime.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be here at night, but we don't have much.
All right. So first thing, what I'm going to say is, as you walk through town, I will allow you basically do a very brief survey. Okay.
Yeah.
General store is still open, although it looks fairly run down. The doctor is still open. The hardware store has been closed. The blacksmith is still open. He's actually outside working as you kind of walk by him. You notice as you do so that he's got who has craft? Anybody have craft? D4 or better?
I have a D4 craft.
D6, okay. But obviously D4 or better. D6 or better is what I meant. Okay. He, strangely, normally when you have pig iron, when you beat it into rods, you normally keep it concealed under oilcloth so you don't have to deal with the rust or the oxidization. He actually has several iron rods actually nailed to the outside of the actual building itself. Okay? Not your standard horseshoe, but iron rods. Okay? The bank is closed, the paper is closed, and the stable is closed as well.
Oh, yeah.
And as you walk by it, you can actually hear the of flies inside.
Was the barber closed?
The barber is closed,
Yeah,
and
it was like boarded up.
and it's boarded up.
And the mayor's house, well...
The mayor's house doesn't look boarded up, but it doesn't look like anybody's been there for a while. You think you might have seen the mayor at the saloon.
Oh, yeah, at the top. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and was the school boarded up when we passed it earlier?
The school looks deserted. It doesn't look like it's boarded up, but it does look like it hasn't had kids in a while.
Well, the kids were over at the church. On a Monday.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's finish.
All right then. Let's get ourselves situated in the boarding house.
All right. The boarding house, it looks like whoever ran this boarding house, they left. Okay. Everything is just, it's tightly put together. All of the mattresses are stood up in the corner. Along the window frames, someone's put candle wax to keep out mice, etc., and other vermin. It looks like they were probably meaning to come back, but it's been a while since they've left.
Like lots of dust has settled and stuff.
All right. Well, I think we should probably figure out
What the hell we're going to
what
do?
we're gonna do. So let's have a quick sit down.
Okay.
And let's talk about our plans for tomorrow. So we gotta find this box and get out of Dodge.
Yeah, like
I don't like this town.
my vote is we do the checking that we can as quick as possible, and we just leave as soon as
something's up.
allowable.
Something's up in this
Because
town.
this place, if we're not going to burn it to the ground, we should get the fuck out of here.
All right, so we're looking for the box now.
That's that church bell again.
Again.
What time is it? Does anyone have a
7:18.
watch?
Do you have a watch?
I do.
Yeah. 7:18.
That isn't a time that.
No, that bell just kind of got a mind of its own. All right, so when we talked about Thomas Daly, and we were sent here to find the box, did Big John tell us anything about it?
No, because
He just said he had it.
She had it.
Yeah. I think his exact quote was, Mr. Solomon said that it was in Thomas Daly's possession.
Right. All right. So I said tomorrow we need to go check out the burned up house.
No.
if
Boogity Boogity Guy that traps souls says that it was in his possession, he probably knew he was already dead, which means it's in his grave.
Oh, you think it's in that mausoleum?
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy enough then. We can check that out tonight.
That's right beside the creepy church
You
filled
guys-
with the crazy...
Okay, I don't normally...
What you got to say, Cassius?
Yeah, you've got some voodoo stuff to protect us, right?
I don't normally deal with the undead, but my god, the feeling of this place is giving me that...
The heebie-jeebies?
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to actually...
I believe the chair of the gym says it's excellent.
My patrons haven't given me much to actually deal with the undead. I can try and come up with something, but it would take me probably more time than it would be. I can assist you guys,
Right.
but my powers are still rather limited.
Okay, well,
Nancy, I don't know if you've got any warding ability.
Right, you knew Nancy was a witch, right?
Yes, she actually
Nice.
mentioned that.
yes,
Really
yes,
nice red hair, yeah.
okay.
She actually mentioned she was from the Blue Mountain Witch.
Yes, Blue Man Watley's.
Watley's, yes.
I remembered 2 things about how to deal with the undead, and that's wooden stake through the heart and cut off their heads.
That usually works.
She sort of pipes up and says, well, see, that really depends on the undead.
Yeah. That is...
I gotta read me some more books.
So,
You
have
guys
we,
We haven't seen any undead yet, but
Yeah.
the entire feeling of this town is giving me...
I'm thinking more demonic possession, deal with the devil kind of stuff, but...
these folks, they definitely made a deal with somebody.
Something. I'm more...
What is it with these people making deals? Like, have we got
She
deals?
turns to you and her eyes flash. It's easy.
You people. All right. Well, am my 6 shooters gonna do the job?
I don't know what we're dealing with right here.
See, if you shoot them multiple times through the neck, that's the same as cutting off their head.
Well, and there we go. There we go.
Well, I'm still
I'll start
getting
cleaning
more
my
of the cult vibe than I'm getting the undead vibe, but those two usually go together.
All right. You guys are debating. Are you sorting out where you're sleeping and all
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
We're talking
All
and
right.
working.
So your
Setting up
horses,
some mattresses.
there is a stabling thing out front. Like there's a hitching rails. But your horses, they're going to need to be unbridled.
Yeah, well,
and-
that's what I came over with Nancy and we took off the saddles, we brushed them down,
How many...
gave them some grass.
What's...
The hitching rails themselves, they look like they've been here for a while. No one's maintained them, right? So
Yeah. How many floors to the boarding house?
2.
Almost
For the love of Pete, dog.
I'm almost
Hold on,
tempted
I'll be
to say bring the horses down into the main floor and...
That's what I was thinking. Because I'm scared they're going to get spooked at night and run away because they're going to be able to break free.
Well, we can hobble them and put them out just behind the boarding house in the grass, and we'll just, hobble them so they can't run off. That's kind of what people do.
So, here's the question. Do we want to get a quick bit of rest in, let the horses rest up a bit, get them ready to go at night, and then we go do our stuff, and then just leave out of town some amount before everyone else is ready to go?
It's probably. Well, how long do you need to commune with the great beyond?
It's a few hours, actually.
All right. Well,
I have a ritual in my book that the problem is that in order for my ritual to work, I need to know.
What we're dealing with.
Well, no, it's not that. I need to know what we're looking for. So, like, I can put it's a ritual of seeking, but I'm going to need some components, and then on top of that, I need to know what I'm looking for.
Well,
so if I don't know what I'm looking for, it's tough for me to
all right.
look
Well,
for it.
I described to her what we're looking for. I described to her the box we found before.
Okay. Do you have craft?
Do I have craft?
Yeah.
No, but I can describe things.
All right. Sounds like a craft roll to draw yourself a picture.
I don't want to draw a picture. I want to describe a picture in my words.
Okay. So
Performance?
tongue-tied words. Those words.
Tongue-tied doesn't affect... Yes, it does.
I will try and draw a picture.
All right.
I do have craft.
Okay.
Great.
I realize what those little dashes with the dash.
Yeah.
Those are what's affected by tongue-tied, aren't they?
-1, yeah. That's what that meant.
Do you have craft?
Yes, I do.
Oh, nice.
A D4 on it. For 5.
All right. Well,
And it does have a... It did have a magical signature. I don't know if it's an easy way to describe.
yeah. So
that.
she takes out her book. Her book is it's old. Okay, it's obviously hand stitched, and when she takes it out, the leather's sort of sort of like a dark mahogany color. Okay, inside you can see a bunch of pages which have been attached. Okay, to find here we go. Okay.
Book of Shadows.
Okay, well, I need some metal, some iron filings in particular. Perhaps you could get that from the smith. And yeah, I could use that. I'm going to need an eye.
An eye.
Yeah, an
Human
eye.
eye?
No,
Animal?
just, yeah, anything that once saw.
How fresh does it need to be?
As long as it was once an eye, it should work.
You do know that those are the first things gone, right?
No, maybe not.
How intact do they need to be?
The magic is symbolic. It needs to know that it was an eye.
Yeah, so there's gonna be...
You said the eye has to.
No, I'll go get the metal filings.
No, the magic
Okay.
is symbolic. It needs to know that it's an eye,
Okay.
right? So not that it's. How can you have an eye that hasn't seen anything?
Oh, I thought you were about to say an eye that has seen, and I thought you were about to say something more.
No.
That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go get some metal filings. You guys go deal with those dead horses.
Or alternately, flies have eyes. There's a bunch around.
Too small, probably. Right?
Yeah, I need to be able to look at it and know that it's an eye. That the magic will need to tell me.
Okay.
Unless you're good enough with that knife that you can cut everything except the eye off of a fly.
I'm not even that good with them.
That's well said. Take a Betty.
Oh, thanks. Yes. And then
Not even I'm good enough with a knife.
we could go hunting and just.
I have a feeling that the
That's possible.
the vibes that this town is giving off, we ain't gonna find anything worth hunting within
Rats.
Dogs.
Have
That's
you
my character speaking.
have you seen any?
Yeah. All
No,
right.
I haven't. That's
You
true.
really haven't looked, in
No,
fairness.
that's true.
They were burying somebody.
Yeah, that's. I know.
Yeah, I was gonna go with the rotten horses, but that's super gross.
As I said, they're also the first things that usually.
So there is an extra skill in this game called ritualism that allows her to
Yes.
use this book. Okay, you do not have.
I
that
don't.
skill.
No, I don't get access to that
you,
one.
you have the ability to make incantations, right?
Incantations, my voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
Which I still have to make a few for the group.
There's actually a random ingredients list for rituals.
Oh god.
It
That's
changes
cool.
every time.
That's fun.
I think I'd just go see if I could get like that.
All right, so
Chicken or
where do you
something.
get your
Chicken or
iron
something.
filings from?
Yeah.
I just go over to the blacksmith,
Okay.
and does he still work?
Yeah, so when you arrive, there is sort of it's early evening, but you can definitely hear something inside, like the hammering of metal.
Alright, I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, God.
Okay. So he looks up. His eyes kind of narrow. As he does so, he kind of stumps out, and you realize that he's missing the lower left leg.
Oh.
Okay, he's got a peg leg. Okay, and as he sort of stumps over towards you, you recognize down his arm tattoos, Union military tattoos.
Okay.
Okay. He looks at you again, almost surprised to see you. You also notice that in this place there is like the windows are dirty. You know what I mean?
The usual.
Yeah.
Grimy.
Which you've now noticed to be the usual.
The usual, yeah.
And but everything else seems immaculate. Like his tools are all immaculately lined up, etc., etc. Strangely, this place does not appear to be run down.
Oh, okay.
And he says, well, welcome, stranger. Don't get many people riding through town very often anymore. Right shame it is.
I can imagine. Hey, this might seem odd, but I'm looking for some metal filings.
Metal filings?
Yeah, some iron filings. Maybe some refuse. You got like a dustbin or something?
Well, normally I collect the iron filings and I'll melt them to slag for welding.
That makes sense.
I can make you some if you got a little time to wait.
I can wait. I can pay.
Well, those are two good things that go well together.
Don't they?
All right. He doesn't have a southern accent. Those are two good things that go well together.
Now, the iron bars that were around the outside of his house.
Did you go with him?
No,
I was walking. Wait, where's it? I'm going over to the general store. So,
Yeah, right over there. Yep.
were they arranged in any sort of pattern or regular spacing, or
No, but they do surround every window and door frame.
Yeah, and whatever iron is keeping it. Iron does have a detrimental effect to certain types of magic.
are iron bullets a thing?
They can be.
Full metal jacket.
Do you have a cult?
Nope.
Then you'd be guessing.
I am. But if this place is unrun down and everything else isn't, and there's iron stuff all around the place, I'm thinking I want some iron bullets.
Okay.
We've got a creative guy over there.
Might do nothing.
Seduction.
No,
Might do nothing at all.
You have a cult, right?
I do, yes.
All right. Go ahead and make your.
Fortunately, it's not that great.
You're an occultist.
Yes, but I put a few things into other skills.
Like shooting, for
Actually,
example.
no, more like fighting, but. And a lot of points went into the high level of voodoo.
Voodoo.
Blue one.
Ooh. 6.
Okay. So with your occultism, you would know this. Iron is one of the five. Core metal or materials. Okay. Silver, salt, iron, wood, and water. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 materials which have mystical properties.
Okay. Hence why his place is about the only place that isn't run down.
Yeah, but he's not really an occultist.
No.
But he is just naturally covered with iron.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so so he sits down. He says, "Take me a little bit. I'm gonna have to file some off of the metal
I can wait.
if you ain't got no place to go."
I got no place to go. I just kind of sit down, put my feet up.
So, fair enough. So he gets out what looks to be some damaged horseshoes, right? And he stokes up the fire. And then as the fire's warming, he reaches underneath the cupboard covered by a curtain, and he pulls out a bottle. He says, "Can I?"
Yeah.
All right. So have to apologize. I don't get many customers. Not since don't get many visitors. Most of the people passing through are ranchers nearby. They're the people who come, and every so often they come down from the Choctaw Nation. I'll make them some metal implements. He pours you a generous dollop into your glass. Now, when you first pick it up, you're like,
yeah, exactly. I am. I'm very gingerly touching everything now.
He notices. He says, "Yeah, don't worry. It ain't no demon liquor in here. The iron on the window tells you that."
Iron deep? What? Tell me more.
Oh. Yeah, my wife, Georgia, God bless her soul, but she has strange notions about things in the world. And before she passed, almost 3 years ago now, she had me put metal up beneath all the windows. I have no idea why, really. But I can tell you this, that weirdness that happens outside those doors certainly don't happen in here.
Well, that makes sense.
No, not at all. Not one lick.
Not one lick.
But, me and Mute Owl, we don't give a hoot whether or not it makes a sense.
Well, here's to your wife.
Okay. So, you don't look like the pastor's brood, or the pastor's lot. You're not a member of the flock, are you?
No, sir. We're just passing through. Take a drink. We had business with Mr. Daly. But looks like Mr. Daly's passed.
His face darkens when you... Thomas, he was a good man. I liked him. He was the man who actually convinced me to come here.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
He actually built this smithy.
Oh, yeah? Well, here's to Mr. Daly. I passed my now empty glass.
He as you raise your glass, he's like, wow, he wouldn't. If you said, "Here's to Mr. Daly," he would have stopped halfway through and said, "There ain't no Mr. Daly here, only Thomas."
Oh no, here's to Thomas.
Okay. He gets about his work, but he seems to be dogging it, perhaps to extend your company.
Mm-hmm.
Do you let him do that?
Oh yeah.
All right.
No, I like this guy, even though he's the enemy.
No, he's actually probably the only one in the town that isn't.
But I recognize the fact that he's an ex-soldier, and I was an ex-soldier.
Oh, that's right. You're a
Enemy.
southern hero.
Enemy.
Yeah.
And I was a Confederate.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to come back to you because that's going to take a bit.
Okay.
You're headed to the general store.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
Well, I was just telling him I fought on the side of the Confederation.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to care.
He doesn't know that. I didn't mention it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I noticed his union.
I'm
tattoo.
assuming we, at the very least, both would have been drafted.
I signed up. No,
Okay.
I definitely rode with my big brother, and I rode with. That's how I knew Big John, because we served in the army together. That's why I have a stutter, because I saw some things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That impacted me.
See,
I don't sleep well at night.
I'm assuming then I would have been drafted.
Yes.
Oh, do you also have nightmares?
I don't have any official nightmares or hindrance or game mechanics. But no, he'll just
play them.
I saw some things.
Yeah, well, see, I'm worried when we go to sleep tonight because I have a hindrance of nightmares.
Yeah, you legitimately saw some things. I just saw people's legs getting blown off and whatever, the harms of war.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, but nothing mechanically in the game.
So anyway.
Give him a second.
All right.
What are you looking for at the general store, anyhow?
Chicken.
Okay.
Smart.
Anything to avoid the dead.
Well, I'm figuring we probably want to eat something too, so we can get a chicken, we kill it, we cook it, and we got
those
the eyes
beans
from
were
it.
not actually...
Smart. I like the way you think.
All right. You approach the general store. As you do so, you think maybe the hours have passed. The grimy windows, which cover every house in this place, or every building in this place, makes it difficult to... are the same here. But there is no light emanating from within. Okay? You kind of step up, you can hear the creak of the boards. In fact, the boards actually fall down a little bit, like you can see the nails sort of poking out. Someone really needs to get to fixing that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What do you do?
I guess I'm gonna go up to the stables.
Are you? Okay.
Okay.
So back around past the sheriff's office.
Huh?
To the
Right. The bank, by the way, is also closed.
I thought these were the stables.
No,
no, stables is right there.
The one that says livery stables are the stables.
Oh, okay. What's up there then?
Houses.
Houses deserted.
Oh, okay.
The roof's fallen in.
Because you're going to look for horse, I assume.
Uh-huh. I could try to be real careful and delicate with my knife and get a fly eye off.
2 birds, 1 stone, same
You're
place.
like, here's your phone.
Actually, a bird would also work.
Yeah.
Are there any birds around?
Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, you probably have better luck with the raven than you would with the horse. If there's ravens around, the horse's eyes are probably gone.
I'm making the sound that the raven makes.
Oh, our raven. Yes.
Our raven. We've got this raven who comes to our street every day.
Oh, yeah.
Massive.
Morning.
And he barks like a dog.
Yeah, he's imitating dogs on our street. It's really cute.
It's really funny.
Okay. You are leaving. You sort of look at the store. You test the door. Door is locked. And as you are testing the door, you hear a voice call up from the street. You need something there, mister?
Yeah, I was looking to see if I could buy something at the store, but it seems to be closed.
Yeah, Ray Wisely, proprietor. We've been closed for some time since the supply wagon stopped coming.
Oh. Okay, well that answers that question, I suppose, then.
Sora could be of more use to you. And he, the voice, like when he says that, he's like Eeyore. Sorry, I couldn't be of more use to you. That's literally the sense you get from this guy. Like he desperately wants to be of use to you, but he's just not.
Oh. Me and my friends, we were thinking we could get a fresh chicken to cook up for supper, and I was hoping there might be some to buy at the store, but...
Yeah, no, afraid not. Ranchers don't bring their food produce into town anymore. Wisely, Ray Wisely. The general store is mine, and wish I could be more help to you. I really do.
Name's John.
Okay. Well, real pleasure to meet you. See you're carrying that shooting iron there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you met the sheriff?
Mm-hmm.
Or the marshal?
Yeah.
All right.
He was very threatening.
He was, yes. He's not a big fan of strangers to our little town. There's a... Make a notice check, please.
Yeah, 3.
All right. Well, if nothing else, I just figure I'll grab myself a glass. And he sort of nods back towards the saloon. Not inviting you, just saying, hey, I'm going now.
Well, thanks for your help.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. You are just leaving him. To the north, right here, you see a couple of men dressed in long canvas overcoats, hats, guns, and they seem to be cutting down somebody who has been hung at those gallows right there.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Perfect.
And yeah, so one of them, like they cut down the body, and it kind of like it literally, and then it topples off the gallows onto the ground below. One of them looks at the other one, and they both start laughing. They jump down. They throw down a tarp. I don't know if you stopped to watch them.
No.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to very much pretend I didn't see and take the long way around.
Okay.
They make it back and hope that they left the body on the...
No.
No.
I'm going from here to here, and I don't want to go here, so
Okay.
I'm going the long way around.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So you're going to hope that there's a horse eye.
That was my original plan.
All right. You now start to approach dark as you get to the livery stable. As you do so, the door, there's a crack left open, and from inside you can hear the heavy the flies buzzing. Okay. It is, however, black as pitch inside.
So there's no light coming from outside anymore?
From the streetlights? No.
It's after dark, and
Yeah, the whole streetlights haven't turned on yet.
got a few years on that one, probably.
Yeah.
And the moon's what sort of state this right now?
Quarter moon.
Okay.
Approaching full, so it's just been a new moon.
I could go back for a lantern.
Just gotta write down when the full moon is, because that might be of interest.
You
in a week or so.
need to print out a 1870 lunar calendar.
Yeah, now I do.
An almanac, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I will light a match and see how long that lasts for me.
All right. So they're not called matches; they're called lucifers. Okay, because you smell the brimstone when they burn.
Mm-hmm.
So you strike a lucifer.
Okay.
Okay. As you do so, it illuminates about 5 feet or so, and they last. They're quite long, right? So I'm gonna say they last maybe a minute or so.
Okay. Hoping that's enough time on a couple of those.
Okay. Do you have matches with you? Do you smoke?
No, I don't smoke, but
Well, unless you're on fire, and you know that from history.
No, I do have a box of matches on my equipment list, though.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. No, if I need tobacco, I use the chewing kind because it doesn't burn.
Right. Okay. So you strike a match. Look at the flickering flame.
Hold it.
Memories dancing
Yep.
in your brain. All right. Okay. So you open the door. You slide inside. Okay. You can hear the scurrying of something underneath the rotting hay.
Rats, probably.
You're not there.
I know.
I know. It's,
I'm hoping it sounds rat-sized.
It sounds like a lot of rat-sized.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So you step inside. Sure enough, directly ahead of you there is there's a corral, and inside there's a dark shape painted every so often with white patches. Perhaps a Palomino horse or something along that line. Okay. It's a little bit disconcerting because every so often the patches move.
Oh, an important thing before I stepped in, I bandana kind of up over the face.
Okay.
Not for concealing my identity, but, the smell.
Okay. So as you step inside, the flies alight along your chin and ears, underneath your hat. As you step forward, it's like moving into a cloud of these things. And not only that, most of them seem to have been at rest here in the dark. But, of course, you moving in with the light and moving through them, it arouses them. Your flame dances in the flies passing by. I'll need a spirit check.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. You are one hardy soul. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
So that's 17.
All right. So you, as you step inside, so you push past and you're thinking to yourself, it's just the dead. Nothing to fear from the dead.
Yeah. I mean, this seems better than a lot of the other alternatives in this town, frankly.
All right.
It does.
You arrive at the two
Corpses.
lumps that you see in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
These horses have been dead, you would guess, at least a couple of weeks. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They are, in your light, you can see the maggots in the holes eaten through by the rats. Their hides are long since chewed through, and the meat beneath now houses the rats as if in a gigantic meat nest. Okay. As you approach, the clop of your the clop of your boots actually causes the rats to scurry, and just a hideous number of these rats scurry out through all the holes in the horse itself, showing the bone and the chewed meat.
No eyes.
What's that?
No, sorry.
As you get closer, you realize that your quest for horse eyes is a futile one. Okay. What's more than that, the rats now seem to be reacting to this intrusion into their home. Okay, they as you sort of move the light forward, you can hear sort of a heavy chittering behind you, and you turn, and you can see the rats sort of disappear back into the darkness. You turn again. Now the rats seem to be mustering their strength behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Okay. You bolt for the door. As you do so, you close it behind you. You can hear the skittering of the rats behind you. The door stops them.
Mm-hmm. 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 I might burn this place down on my way out of town.
Okay. Stables, check. Burning. Okay. Yes, there are no eyes to be recovered here.
Unless you wanted rat eyes.
I had that thought, but then I'd probably have to shoot them, and then that's gunfire would bring the sheriff down. Then I get into a shootout with the sheriff.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I shot the sheriff.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then bring the deputies down.
He shot the sheriff. I shot the deputies.
That's
It's a
the
new
plan.
song.
It's a new version.
Okay. He didn't do that.
All right. So you move out. As you do so, you note the rat bites upon the heels of your boots, etc. Yeah. Okay. Now, where you were,
I was stayed in the boarding house.
and yourself,
I was there too.
you
Yeah.
want to check out the theater, see if there's any work.
No.
Okay.
No, not tonight. I'm off.
This entire town is making everyone off.
I think I'm just gonna help out at the boarding house, like getting beds set up or seeing if we can. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So you guys are basically making the boarding house ready.
Yeah. Maybe fortify a little bit.
Nancy is actually she's taken a few things out of her saddlebags, including like some candles, etc. Some ritual implements. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Actually,
Now you are with the fellow's name turns out to be Jonah Thurgood.
Jonah.
Okay. And he's from
What happened?
Pittsburgh originally.
Okay.
And in Pittsburgh, he actually learned how to make steel with his father. Okay. And he talks about when he was younger, his father actually made the steel for, locomotives, etc., etc.
He's a true Pittsburgh Steeler.
And so when he arrives here, or when apparently he was hired as a smithy to come out here, mainly because he had that industry work, and because that was important because they were Thomas Daly talked about needing steam machines in order to really exploit these copper mines, etc., that were nearby. And he had seemingly unlimited amount of money. Okay, so two things that you sort of find out. First off, about a year ago or so, Thomas became a recluse. Okay, and a lot of people thought that was because the mines were failing, right? And so he had kind of begun hiding from all the people that he brought out.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But secondly, around a year ago as well, he actually hired the marshal. This guy was actually apparently a law dog from out west who had a vicious a strong reputation.
An effective reputation.
Yes. And as such, Mr. Daly brought him in basically because he thought, with all the copper mines, et cetera, there was going to need to be a strong hand. Apparently, the marshal and Mr. Daly had a falling out some time ago. Okay, and in your listening, Jonah turns to you, and now 3 or 4 glasses in, you have a box of metal filings. It's going to cost you $1 altogether. Okay. You have a box of metal filings. Basically, these are shavings off the side, right? And as you're leaving, he says, "That weren't no accident, that fire up at the Daly place."
Oh.
No.
Robert Tell.
Well, the marshal and Mr. Daly, they've been arguing for weeks about what they're going to do next and everything else. I heard tell from Loretta, who worked up at the Daly house. She was the cleaning lady. That there's something about the sheriff wanting the deeds to some of the places in town in exchange for monies owed. Mr. Daly wouldn't have anything of it. Bankers back east apparently were planning to bankroll him once again and get the copper mines under a go. Yeah, a week later, fire up at the Daly place. Sheriff has all the deeds with Mr. Daly's signatures on them, signed over to him.
Really?
Well, him and the pastor, they now own half this town.
Really?
Yeah. Me, that's all I got in the world. Family's dead, wife's dead. I got this smithy, and I figured one way or another, what I know in my brain they can't ever force out of me. So I'm going to stick it out and see what happens. Sheriff don't mess with me, or the marshal don't mess with me, but there are others he do. He shot the sheriff for brawling at the saloon. But this out here, we're territory, right? So he's the law.
I see. All right. Did he
So he's quite deep into his cups now, right?
We're kind of looking for something. Something that might have belonged to Thomas. Were you ever up at his house?
Oh yeah, Thomas used to have regular dinner parties.
Did you ever see maybe a little fancy box? Little fancy box. About yay big.
Did it rattle?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where to keep it? Do you think the marshal took it?
I don't know. Well, the house burned down, right? So I imagine it's probably up in the ashes up there.
You think?
It was in his sitting room. We used to share whiskey there after dinner. Yeah, he got it from a strange fellow who passed through town. I remember the oddest gentleman. He had a cane made out of bone. Odd fella. He was.
He's one
the
of those
word I
fellows.
use is luminous.
Luminous.
He lit the room with his personality.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, apparently he bought it from him because this gentleman said that it would change the luck of the town.
Mm-hmm. So in a sitting room, you think?
Yeah, right there. He used to have this old wooden globe. It was on the shelf right behind it. Metal, gray, carved with funny symbols on the outside. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you a lot. Appreciate the work. It's nice meeting a nice fellow.
Okay. So he's like, you can smell the liquor on him, right? He says, "Yeah, it's." You have to pardon me. My mouth runs when I'm drinking. I generally don't drink that much. In fact, this is the first sip I've had in the last 6 months, so my tails might have got a little wild. I'm sorry if it did.
Oh, don't you worry. Thank you. You have a good night.
Okay. What I'm going to say is, as you are leaving, you notice him pouring out the last of the whiskey, right? As if
that was his last time.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no,
I'm done with this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head back to my friends, and I'm gonna fill them in that hey, I think the box is still in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys see the 2 deputies come by with a wagon's body in the back. Just to
Yeah, because we still need to find that eye.
Okay.
Well, I'm not worried about it because he went and got the eye. I got my metal filings.
True.
I got mine. How about you?
Okay.
Bong.
So here's what I gotta do.
Again?
What time is it?
What's that? Do you have a watch?
I do
No.
with him.
9:47.
Okay.
This
This is like every 8 hours or something.
No, the
No.
last one was 7:18. I think. Yeah.
7:18. Yeah, it's just random.
Okay. So after I leave there, I'm gonna rig a quick snare trap, and then I'm going to toss something in to flush a rat out into my snare.
Sounds like a survival check.
Yep. Which I'm super good at.
Now, you took snares as an item.
Nope, but I've got like...
You can go to the general store, probably pick up some snare wire.
You could just step on a rat.
It's probably going to be easier.
Or a box with a little piece of cheese and a string and a stick.
Where's he gonna get it? Oh.
Then I need a box.
Get one of those at the general store.
Do you need me to help you? Help you catch rats?
So are you like with him now?
I would assume I came back because he's still like.
Well, you would
Well,
come back.
it's late,
walked
right?
over
Like,
there,
he's- yeah.
and
Oh,
then I
you're
kinda
still
walked
up at the
back.
stables? Alright, never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind.
Yeah, let's go with the step-on-one solution.
Alright.
All right. Well, that's easy enough to do.
Uh-huh.
You grab the rope. Okay. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to make you make a survival check because you're looking for an intact eye and you're trying to cut it out. You're trying to skin it out of an animal. So, what you can't fail. I'm just determining how long and how many rats you go through before it actually happens.
Oh, no. I'm just going to bring a whole rat, and then she's got the whole eye.
She doesn't need the rat. She needs
She
the
just
eye.
needs the
It
eye.
doesn't need CI.
But the eyes are in the rat, and as long as I don't step on the head,
All right.
it's fine.
So the more you modify the ingredients, the less accurate the ritual is. So if you want to modify it, that's perfectly okay.
And
She'll
anyway,
tell you that when she brings it to her.
wouldn't that be a craft roll?
Survival.
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 Yeah, skinning is survival.
I can help if you want me to do it.
Yeah, but you don't know what he's doing.
Oh no, if he brings a rat back, you can do it.
I'm
Oh,
sitting
okay.
there with my metal
Okay, like I
filings.
said, it's not that he can fail.
Yeah.
This is how long you're stomping and cutting.
Ugh. 3.
3. All right. Takes about an hour. You stomp quite a few rats.
Keep stomping their heads. It's like,
And in the dark, you're like, oh.
People are peeking at you. What's that guy doing?
How hard can this be? Apparently very. Okay. Fair enough. In the end, you have a small beady eye.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And the rats have a new enemy.
This is like a little pile of rats.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The barn is now quiet. Okay.
Still gonna burn it down.
Okay, so you
And then
arrive
be
back.
ashamed of the fact, apparently. But yeah.
Yeah. So you arrive back at the boarding house. Okay. You two, you've had a few drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you have the. Here you go.
Metal filings. Metal filings.
And
Is that enough for you, Nancy?
oh no, this is perfect. This is excellent.
I do good work.
Next.
Now where's John with those eyes?
Do you? Did you so she looks at you.
Came from a rat.
Well, it's definitely an eye. Well, we'll try it. I guess no harm in trying it, right?
I'm gonna rinse my hands with a little bit of rot gut whiskey, and then I'm gonna rinse my gullet with a little bit of vodka and whiskey.
All right, sounds good.
That you have on you already, right?
It's with my bags anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Is there any way I can help? Oh no, it's two different traditions, so no, can't help.
Ritualism, you can help, but you need the skill ritualism.
Yeah, which I don't have.
Okay. So she has marked out some non-Euclidean geometry.
Yeah, that. Don't look at that.
Okay. So symbols on the floor, etc. She sits herself down. She has a metal pan with some fairly large iron shavings, and she has a small piece of wood, a posset of something, like it's a small bag of something, and then rattling around in there's this little tiny eye. Okay. All right. I'm gonna need a little bit of time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, what do you guys do?
I'm just gonna settle down in the corner, put my hat down,
Okay.
catch a snooze.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find a room and at least start going through my rituals.
Okay. That's fair enough. And yourself?
I'm gonna take a shot of brandy and try and sleep for a bit.
Gotcha. Okay. Can you make a spirit check, please?
Okay. Spirit is 8.
Oh,
Wild
it's
is? Yeah.
Yeah.
7 and 6. So
That rerolls.
2.
Nice. All right. Your friends are clamoring at the back of your brain tonight. As you sort of settle down, you take a sip of brandy, and you have sort of a vision. It's not the right word, but you as you sort of settle down, you discipline yourself against whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when it happens, you're not suddenly shaken awake.
Okay.
Okay. However, you your dreams are haunted by something that you saw, right? Like you have,
Yeah. My friend got murdered by something this year.
And the weirder that your life is, the worse these dreams are.
Of course, yeah.
Right. In this dream, you fall asleep. At first, you think, "Oh, I'm not going to fall asleep," and then you kind of look up from where you are, and the hotel is subtly changed, or the boarding house is subtly changed. Like the wallpaper seems cleaner, etc. And it's daylight. At first, you think you're, that you've slept until daylight.
Yeah.
And you sort of step up and you call out, and it's like, "John? Jeb?" There's no answer.
Okay.
So you head down the stairs, and as you head down the stairs, there is a matronly woman in her 60s or so downstairs. "Oh, darling, how'd you sleep?"
Well, it feels like I slept fine.
"Oh, well, excellent. Your friend, she left this morning. She said she'd be back before noon."
Where's everyone else?
"Well, I'm sorry."
My other friends. The remainder I was with. Who are you? I don't remember.
"Well, I'm Miss Augustine, of course. You're in my boarding house."
Oh, all right. I didn't realize there's somebody else here.
"Well, yeah, only you and your sister are staying with you." "Well, that's what you said you were, but I know, darling."
I'm a little confused. I think I'm gonna go lie down again.
Well, all right. The room is yours till noon. So
Where did my sister go?
she goes back to working, and you're like, as you kind of talk at her, there's suddenly like a disconnect, and you can hear almost like a ringing in your ears.
Okay.
Then, as you do so, as so often happens in dreams, you step up stairs. It's like, what's that sound? And you return to whence you were asleep only moments ago. But instead of opening the door into the room where you were sleeping, when you open the door, suddenly the scene has changed. Okay? And you suddenly are opening the door in a memory of your saloon. Okay? And the walls are painted in blood.
Okay.
Right?
Like the scene that I saw in real life?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And as you look at, sorry, what was her name?
My friend?
Yeah.
Mary.
As you look at Mary, she's laying on the bed. Her head's kind of turned to the side, and she regards you with dead eyes.
Okay.
As something on all fours sits on top of her.
Yeah.
Right? And you can hear this hideous chewing sound. Okay? And you've seen this before.
Yeah.
And you let out a soundless scream. Okay? As you kind of toss in your night. And your eyes suddenly lock on Mary's, and her as she turns, you follow her gaze, and you recognize that beside the door, almost as if it was in your dream but you've never noticed it before, there's that old table that sat right beside the door as you walked in. Okay? And you used to put your pepper box and your hand purse there every time you walked in, but sitting there now are actually a top hat, and leaned against the table is a cane made of bone.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then you're awake. You're like,
Okay.
and it's nighttime, and you can feel the mustiness of the boarding house.
And I know I'm awake now.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to try and just remember everything that just happened in that dream.
Okay.
Because that's what I like to do when I have my nightmares.
Okay. Do you write them down?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so you should write down
The bone and the top hat and
the nightmare
lady.
journal. Just
Okay.
write nightmare journal. Okay.
Just write that I have a nightmare journal?
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, right. Actually,
Yeah.
nightmare
Make a
journal.
journal?
Yeah, make a journal.
Alright, I'll
Bone,
make a journal.
cane, top hat, Mary.
Got 'em.
Okay.
So this will be my nightmare. Whoops. Journal. Alright.
Okay. I love plot devices.
Plot devices are good.
Yes. Okay. So you, right? I have to make her roll. Okay.
Yeah?
She,
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Okay.
she, you can smell sort of an acrid smoke coming. It doesn't smell horrible. It smells more like herbs than anything else. And you see her swaying, okay? And then finally, she says, quickly, come. And you can hear her incanting words that you don't recognize in a foreign language, right? Suddenly the pieces that she's laid out on this plate suddenly congeal, okay? The metal begins sort of flopping together into a crude circle, okay? And the circle is really tiny, okay? And the rat eye rolls across to fill this tiny little circle. And she says, look through the lens. Look through the lens. Okay? So you reach in to pick up this little metal thing. Ere dawn, it will be gone. And you look through the tiny little rat eye. Okay. Inside, there is, you can see sort of a, it's like you're seeing through a mist of blood. Everything is red. Okay. Except you think, making a notice check, -4.
Notice check. That's a 6.
Ooh, nice.
That's an 8. You don't get that
No,
one.
that's right. Roll 1d6.
11.
11. All right. So -4, 7. That is enough. Okay, it's enough for the first steps. You see almost like as you're looking through this, there's almost like a white vapor that trails through this blood red mist. Okay. As you look through it, all you can see is sort of this mist with this white trail. And with your eye closed on the other side, because it's so small that it's hard to squint through this thing, you...
Imagine if you used to fly.
Just wouldn't work.
Well, the original idea was a horse. It would have been great.
Okay.
You didn't get a horse, though.
No, you got a rat.
Yeah. Okay. So as you see it, through this eye, when this eye closed, all you can see is the red and like sort of this white path. And so in order to follow it, you have to like open one eye, see where you're going, and then close it and look again, right? And as you do so, it always takes you a moment to sort of.
Yep.
It's almost as if the eye is rotating inside, right?
Okay.
In the distance, you can see the gray light of dawn,
Okay.
right? And she says, she looks at you, and like she's covered in like sweat. She says, "The eye will take you to where. Follow the eye."
Okay.
It's as if her language has been unloaded.
Sure. So
Okay.
follow the eye.
Okay, so you step outside.
Yes.
Oh,
Come.
and I'm
Okay.
awake now.
So there's suddenly a rustle. You can see the lamp turn up right as she's finished her ritual. And okay, so who's going?
Are you done your?
How am I? Was
that?
it long enough to finish mine?
Oh yeah, this is hours into
Okay,
bedtime.
so yeah.
You've been sleeping.
Yeah, I'll wake up and
All right,
follow.
let's go. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys spring up and head down the stairs and outside. As you head outside, you close your eye again. You know this faint white trail. The red seems to be fading. Okay, and you kind of turn, and it leads you northwards. Okay, so you follow the trail. You guys sort of surrounding him. I'm gonna need you to make another notice check, please.
Is he now the only person who can look through the little
Nope.
eye? Okay.
Ooh.
10.
All right.
Is
So
it
six.
minus 4 still? Okay.
Is it still -4?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
so 6.
So what happened? Yeah. So the math on this is it's how small the
Sure.
object is that you're looking through.
I understand.
So your lens is tiny.
Yes.
Yeah. So you head northwards, following the trail. It does not follow roads.
No.
Okay. So it basically there's a line that kind of goes out through the boarding house and then sort of across this open square in front of you and then into the wall of the stable.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Okay.
And so you kind of follow it, right?
These stables.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Well, maybe we don't have to go inside.
All right. So I just kind of move around to the door, or do I have to go inside?
All right.
Well,
First,
let's go together.
I'm going to have those people who are not looking through the thing make a notice check.
My notice is 4.
You have alertness? Anybody have alertness?
No,
No.
I'm brave.
I'm quick.
And I'm attractive.
4.
4.
All super handy.
4.
4, 4, and 4. Okay. You hope against all hope that maybe it just goes through the stairs.
Yeah.
And in fact, you pick it up on the far side.
Okay.
The trail actually picks up on the far side. Again, it's not straight, but it kind of winds as if ignoring all physical features. Okay.
Again?
Look closer.
Okay, let's use one of these as a betting.
Okay.
Five. Oh, -4 still?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, here.
I'm gonna get 2 here, right?
Yeah, because even if you use it as a bend, it's still.
Can you hold that up for me?
Yep.
Yeah, no. I'm using it as like plus D6.
Uh-huh.
So 9, 5.
5. All right. You follow the white trail. In the blood mist of this thing, it basically parses out through the livery stable, through the bank, and then ahead of you, directly ahead of you, you can see a small rectangular object.
And the sheriff's.
Yes,
It's in the sheriff's building?
it is.
Oh my god!
And from here, you can hear the gentle sound of snoring within. There is also light from within the sheriff's house.
Alright, well, that's, okay, guys, cover me.
What? You're just going to rush in there right now? Okay.
So, just a couple quick reminders here. Your horses are unsaddled.
Mm-hmm.
and Nancy is passed out from exhaustion.
Right.
So we know where it is. I don't think we can.
Just go get it right now. All right.
Okay.
We know where it is. No one's gonna take it anyway. Let's come up with a plan. All right. Let's go back to the boarding house. Let's build a plan. Let's build a plan.
Okay. I've got a plan.
All right.
So, burn his house down.
The plan goes like this. Starts and ends with fire.
Oh,
I didn't think you liked fire.
But he's just so used to it.
I'm not proud of it.
All right. So yeah, I agree. I like the plan. We create a distraction. We get them out of the sheriff's office.
Oh, no.
You never said anything about getting them out of the office.
Oh, you just want to set fire to them in there? We gotta get the box.
Uh-huh. It survived a house burning
We
down
don't know
once.
that.
Sure it did.
Maybe the sheriff took it before the house burned down.
I'm willing to take that risk.
I don't think we should take that risk.
Okay.
I still don't think we should.
So I'm going to go get my gallon jug and lantern oil.
No. Just hold your horses. Let's take it. We can do this tomorrow night.
You want to stick around in this town? And let her
Well,
know?
we got Nancy's fast asleep. The horses are just relaxing.
Yeah.
It's almost dawn. I think we're probably pushing it.
This town has a real bad history of houses burning down.
I get it. I get it. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Okay. So I got the jug of lantern oil, and I'm headed out the door.
All right. Now you have a phobia of fires, right?
No.
You don't.
No, he's just ashamed of it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, okay. Let's take a moment, John. Just come back. I don't think your plan's really well thought out.
Are you impulsive?
Yeah.
There we go.
That would be fine.
That's what
Especially since he just wants to be out of this town.
No.
As a minor hindrance, the shameful circumstances aren't generally known. It just haunts the hero. He might go out his way against all reason not to repeat the mistake, or he might give in to the same set of circumstances and hate himself for it.
No, yes.
Okay.
That's effective.
All right. So you return to the boarding house, yes?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we
that's
went
what we
back
had
to get
his
the oil.
jug of oil. We're just
Gotcha.
saying, calm down, John. It's all right. Let's just wait.
Okay.
Let's just. I appreciate it.
This guy killed Thomas
I
in
understand,
cold
but
blood.
he's going to kill us in cold blood too.
Well,
we
not
gotta
if he
think
burns to
this
death
through.
at night.
Well, we don't even know if that's him sleeping in there.
And you said that the marshal also killed the sheriff. Or was it someone else that killed the sheriff?
According to the blacksmith, according to Jonah the blacksmith,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
he gunned down the sheriff.
Anyways, okay.
I think we're just moving a little too rashly, my friend. A little too rashly. Just
Are you stubborn as well?
No.
He's just
Okay, what's your plan?
I like your plan. I'm just saying, let's wait and do
No.
it. tomorrow night. It's almost dawn. We're
Huh?
gonna.
I know, but
They're
is
gonna
it
come.
gone by
It's,
dawn or
if the
something?
building's on fire,
Uh-huh.
we can't run in there and grab the thing while it's on fire.
No.
We gotta, and then everyone in town's gonna come rushing to put it out,
Mhm.
and everyone's gonna be, oh my gosh, what
Okay.
started the fire?
Yes.
You
Let's
are
set something else on fire.
sort of.
Let's set the church on fire.
You're checking on the horses or something. Okay.
They'll all rush to put
Actually,
up the
you
church.
and you can both
Sure.
roll a d6.
Okay.
Go and clean up.
Just roll a d6.
Okay, you've talked me into it.
4.
war.
All right.
With the 4.
So the two of you, they're arguing, and you're thinking to yourself, okay, let's just in case, let's make sure the horses are ready to go.
Okay.
And so you are both stepping out onto the. You're on the boarding house up front. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see a man dressed in fine clothes, gray pants, like a morning coat, a top hat. Okay, walking down the road from the north. Okay. And
Okay.
as you do so, you are like he approaches. He's walking a little bit oddly, maybe a little bit stiffly is probably the best way to describe it. But he's walking with a fairly determined pace, basically along the road, and
Towards us?
towards you.
Okay.
Well, not towards you, down the road.
Like this direction, if it
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he in the sort of the gray light of growing dawn, you look at him, and he sees you, and he raises his hat. Okay? As he raises his hat, I need you both to make spirit checks.
No, no.
Of course.
Okay.
I have a feeling this one's not going to have a brain in there.
No,
Right.
no, it'll be there, but maybe no skull over the brain.
2
Nice.
sixes. So 12 and 1.
You are the bravest person I've ever met.
I know, but I'm also even brave because I +2 to fear checks.
So 13. What'd you roll?
Well, 13 plus 2, wasn't it?
No.
Well, it's-
No, that's just
12 plus. Or,
unless it's a fear check.
it is a fear check.
Yeah, because I have +2 to fear checks.
So it's 15 now.
So 7 then.
So you have brave?
No, that we can't tell if this is ethereal or not, so no.
It's not.
Okay. So, no, yes, you get one.
Oh, good. Yeah.
5 is not good enough for you?
I don't think it's good enough for this.
6.
6.
Hopefully 6 is good enough.
Yeah.
Hold it up for me. Actually, what happens is Kyle draws it and gives it to me. That's how it's supposed to work. I'm not actually supposed to touch it. Another red one. Man, look at all my bennies.
That's a lot of bennies.
I gotta start using these. Let's have a gunfight.
He's doing that because he no longer has anything to counter.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right. Yeah, as he raises his head, you see... as he raises his hat, you see charred flesh pulled back as if by fire, a scorched head, and his hands are also clenched in some sort of death grip. And he says to you, and he puts his hat on, and he continues walking.
Thomas? Okay.
He sort of steps forward, and there's like it's almost like his head's leading his body,
Well,
and he looks through sightless eyes at you.
sightless eyes. Okay. I'm gonna go to the boarding house and say, here's what's up.
You know they're arguing inside. You guys are. You
So I
guys
can't
are.
interject. Okay.
We came to
You're in the midst.
We're in the midst of
That's
that
fine.
discussion.
Okay. So I'm just gonna have to stand out there and see.
As I've got my hand on the barrel and you're like pulling it.
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna get my knives ready. I don't know what else to do. I'm scared.
Okay.
I know anything
Actually,
about
you're
this.
not.
You're not.
You're seeing this, and something inside of you. You're just like,
I'm not. Okay. Like, how would I feel about this then if I'm not scared?
Well,
Let's see what happens.
So what happens is, you recognize it as unnatural, right?
Yeah.
And you have that initial feeling of like, holy shit! But
Yeah.
you've seen worse,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And your survival mechanism definitely kind of goes boom, fight, not flight. Okay.
Okay.
So not that you have to attack.
I understand. Okay.
But what happens is you steal yourself, okay, and you look at it and go, okay, this isn't natural, but this obviously means something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of leans forward.
Would you like to be laid to rest, my friend?
Okay, its head kind of tilts down.
Cannot understand that.
Okay, and it kind of shivers as if something.
I'm almost tempted to just follow it, but
Seems like maybe he doesn't know. I don't know.
he doesn't know he's dead.
That's what I think. But, well, because he doesn't. His eyes aren't like you said. His eyes aren't seeing. They're not clear. They're like not. There's no soul or something.
Well, in the light, it's tough to see, right?
Okay.
Like in the growing gray of dawn, you
Yeah.
can see like the blackened flesh, but his eyes are just sort of grayish white orbs.
Okay.
Zombie, lovely. That'd be an occult roll, I'm assuming, to figure out what's going on with
Yeah, because I
him,
have
or
no idea to know.
that's The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
It seems more confused than anything else.
Yeah. Just carry on.
Just carry on.
Well, we were trying to talk and he doesn't talk back.
Oh, he's
No, it's talking to you.
It's talking.
It asked you a question.
Yeah, but we can't understand the question.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I speak German. Do you?
He speaks German apparently, but he doesn't have a tongue left to.
Okay.
He
So
can't form actual
yeah,
words.
so it stops and its head sort of bobs. It pulls its hat and then it holds it in some sort of long forgotten manner, and again this sort of sort of spills out from it. It takes a step forward and it seems to be more urgent.
Oh. I'll approach it.
Okay, so it's standing nearby, like right in front of you, and then its bony hand actually reaches out to touch you on the shoulder.
Oh.
Where are you?
I'm beside him.
Okay.
I'll let him.
Okay, right now. And it seems to be really urgent now. Like it seems to be like
Yeah.
whatever this is, it seems to be getting agitated.
What if it's a warning? He's warning us something's coming or someone's coming.
Something's coming. What's
Okay, guys, we came up with a new plan.
You guys have had your chance to. So these guys, they left you guys to haggle it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that took a little bit of time. You're impulsive. You want to act right now. That's going to take you a little bit of time to actually discuss that. So I'm going to let this play out a little bit longer.
Where do you want us to go?
Yeah. Can you show us what you mean?
Okay.
Show us.
It again sort of mouths this, but now its hat drops by its side and it actually kind of grabs you both arms. Okay, you guys hear some sort of odd sound from outside.
Alright, I'm gonna go outside.
It's like, okay, we can't just burn. Did you?
What?
Cassius? Its hands
Yeah.
grab you, and as they grab you, they're like vices.
Of course.
Okay. So we walk out and...
Yeah, you can see them in conversation with somebody outside.
Oh,
Okay.
holy smokes. Alright, so
No smoking.
we go over there.
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
Okay.
What?
This
Fill
third
me in.
man is trying to talk to us. Don't be afraid.
I'll take spirit checks, please.
I know how we got out of it.
4.
10.
Okay, you're good with your 10?
Mm-hmm.
How are you with 4? Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just look up the fear rules.
Well, I did say don't be afraid. Does that help?
No. Relax!
Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. Good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I want
I
to see.
don't have Grave speak. I'd like to actually talk to him, but
Oh, that's like
It's
a type of thing.
it's
that
a
can
spell.
Speak to the undead or something. Okay.
it's unfortunate. It's like a seasoned level spell,
Is
so
it? Okay.
it's not something I can do at the moment.
That's too bad.
Is it?
Yes, it's too bad.
Sam, do you want to translate, please?
One moment, please, while my computer once again fires up its hard drives. Ah, yes. Good times. Okay. Seriously? Okay. All right. Let's make a... Come on.
Is that one right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, there's a fair table. Okay, no critical failure. So, go ahead and roll a d20.
50.
Okay.
Now, is high bad on this?
Oh yeah.
So, can I re-roll this with a Benny?
Can you? I don't think
You
you
can re-roll rolls with
you
bennies.
You can re-roll trait rolls with bennies. This is not a trait roll. This is an effect roll, just like damage. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so here's the deal. You are shaken. Okay. And you are now affected by the hesitant hindrance until the end of the encounter. Hesitant means that if we go to combat, I will draw 2 cards, and you'll act on the worst. Okay?
Now, do I still get to redraw on that?
Because he's quick.
You still do more cards, maybe.
They'll cancel each other out. Hesitant and quick cancel each other out. Okay?
So, I just effectively am not quick.
Correct. Until the end of this encounter.
Okay.
Okay. You are, however, shaken. So you see this and you're like, oh, that can't be good. Okay.
Thomas, I can't understand you.
Okay. You watch it. You see him trying to talk to he's like, I can't understand you. That is now painful, and he begins to smolder.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's
I'm gonna go running up and I'm gonna go.
Unshake.
Yeah, well, we'll
I'm gonna go running up and like, oh my gosh, Thomas, do you need us to help you?
Okay. Yeah, let's go to cards.
Can you speak to them or something?
No, I'm
okay.
just.
He's
I
speaking.
mean, he can speak.
I'm just
Yeah,
trying to.
and it kind of comes out more like,
Right.
can.
Hey, I rolled pretty good. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm just trying to give him yes or no answers, questions.
Are you quick?
No.
Okay. Oh, you're still pretty quick. There you go. Okay, so we'll start with King. You are standing in the street. There is a now smoldering, you believe, dead man speaking
Coherently.
to Cassius. It's obviously frustrated because you're not sure why it's frustrated, but it obviously is, and its flesh is beginning to actually smoke. Like you can actually see the smoke rising off it in the early morning light. It's your turn. What do you want to do? Let's unshake, shall we?
Yep.
Okay, do it.
So 5.
5. Okay, so you are unshaken. However, to act will be a second action, will be at -2. What do you wish to do? I'll take your card. Unless you want to spend a Benny to automatically unshake.
So that I'm not -2.
You got it.
You can spend one for +1 normally.
Yep.
I'll just spend it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
Okay, you going to draw your weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a quick draw?
No.
Okay. So it's going to be to draw. Okay, is going to be an action. To fire, so then it'll be -2 for the first action, for the second action. Then -4 for a called a headshot. So -6 altogether.
So keep your Benny and just draw the gun. If that's your plan.
I'm just not quite parsing the multi-action penalty for drawing and shooting. But
Readying a weapon is an action.
Yeah, you gotta draw your weapon if you want a quick draw.
a standard action.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just keep your Benny and just draw the gun, and then next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I'll do that then.
Okay. So that was your king. I'll act on queen. Okay. It grips you with an inhumane strength. Okay. And I'm actually, because you basically volunteered to be grappled,
Yes, I know.
I'm just going to roll damage. 6. What's your toughness?
5.
5. All right, so you are shaken. Okay, so this creature grabs onto you. You can feel the pain sort of race through you. There's a shock as it does so. Not only does it feel painful because it's actually crushing your arms, there's also a burning sensation to it.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next? I believe you are. So you're shaken.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to unshake.
Okay.
So 6, which is not enough.
So 6 is going to be enough to unshake.
Yeah.
But it will multi-action penalty because
Yeah.
It'll take an action to do so.
And it would be a strength roll to break grapple or fighting roll to break grapple.
It is an athletics roll to break grapple.
Athletics roll. Oh.
Athletics versus athletics.
At a -2.
You got a good athletics?
No.
Right.
That seems unfortunate.
Yeah, so I wasn't expecting it to go this far, but so
I got that.
let's try and break grapple. Screw it.
Okay.
So 2.
2 total. So you have to roll at least a success of 4.
I roll a 4, but
What's that?
4 -2 because of the extra action.
Right,
so
but
yeah.
you have to succeed
So,
with at
yeah.
least a 4. So what happens is in a versus test, if you don't roll a success, it's a failure.
Right.
So if you roll a 3 and he rolls a 2, even though your roll is better than mine, you still have not succeeded.
Succeeded, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's grappled you. So we'll and he will continue to hurt you. So we'll go to 8.
I'm going to run back inside and grab the box with the remaining iron filings.
Okie dokie.
I think I'm going to. No, except if I miss and I hit him. What am I going to do?
Them's the breaks, really. That's
On a 1, yeah.
I'm gonna. I guess I will try and throw one of my knives at the zombie guy.
Throw?
Or should I just stab because he's already. I guess you're right. That'd be better. Okay. Because I have.
Now, do you have quick draw?
No.
Okay, so readying your weapon for you will also be.
And I was
an action.
beside him too. Remember?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's still a standard action to ready your weapon.
That's right.
You gotta dig it out.
I know you gotta dig it out. Sorry.
Ouch.
Right.
Okay, so if that's the case, the other thing too is this creature only has 2 arms. Okay.
I know. I just don't know what else I can do. Like I could start playing my fiddle, see if that distracts him.
Do you have your fiddle with you?
Yeah, it's broken. Remember?
Oh right. Yes.
That'd be funny. I'll get the knife instead.
Okay, sounds good. Now, what I was going to say though is because the creature only has 2 arms and both of those are currently holding on to Cassius, you do have the option of doing what's known as an all-out attack. Okay. What an all-out attack does is it means that you don't give anything to defense. Okay, but you get +2 to hit and +2 to damage.
Okay.
Not to mention his parry's probably a little lower now that he's busy with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when can I do that? Next turn?
You do that right now if you wish.
Oh, I thought I had to get my weapon out first.
Well, you do. So you draw. So what you're doing is you can draw an attack on the same round. It's just at -2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the all-out attack that gives you
Yeah.
+2 makes it even.
Makes it even. All right, let's do it.
Okay. So that is a fighting skill versus its parry.
Okay. So my fighting, is D6,
Okay.
and then so if I'm doing my stabby, I'll be using my Bowie knife, I suppose, right?
Sure.
Anyway, because my throwing knives, why would I use that to stab with? That would make sense. All right.
Okay.
Does
So
that
that's your
matter?
fighting die roll, right?
It is.
Okay. So a 1 on that roll, fighting somebody grappled means that you'll also do damage to Cassius.
All right. Sorry.
Or you can Benny it. It's up to you. Which means you
I'll
reroll.
Benny it because I have tons.
Well.
I mean, right? Or
Yeah,
what's-
it's up to you. So what happens is you'll still hit it. It just means you're going to do damage to both of them.
yeah, I don't want to do damage.
Okay, sounds good. So reroll.
Okay, do I have to reroll both?
Oh, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Can't
know,
you just
I-
turn the 1 into a 2? No?
With
She
the
could
white
actually.
dice?
You're right. She
Yeah, just
absolutely.
use the Benny.
No, you
No.
can't.
Yeah, it's one to
only
the highest.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
only the
Alright, never
only
mind.
the red and blue can be done
Got
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so
So 5 is a hit.
yeah. Okay, good. And
Okay.
then so
I'm gonna need a location though.
strength strength plus a D.
Okay, so you stab it in the side.
Okay. Which is it? Yeah, strength plus D4 plus 1.
1. Yep.
Do you need
So roll those
another
together.
location for...
What did
No, she re-rolled, so it didn't get a 1.
Okay, so did you say something
She had a
else?
1 on the fighting dice.
Oh, that's a 4.
When I'm rolling the damage, or I just do the stat, right? I don't do the other
Plus
one?
the strength die.
Okay.
Yep. So your strength is, I think, D6, right? What's your vigor?
Uh,
D6, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Do it.
Sorry, that
Okay.
looked like a 1
So
from over
1
here.
and a
Yeah.
2.
So that's going to be 2 plus 1.
Plus the 1 here?
Yeah, so 3. All right.
1 there, yeah.
So plus the
So
2
4?
for the all-out attack.
Plus 2 for the all-out attack.
So
Okay.
6.
Wouldn't it be 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So you stab the creature in the side,
And
and this is that kind of, letting the oxygen out of the lungs blow that
Yeah.
your dad taught you to do,
yeah.
I guess, or somebody did, because your
Yeah.
fighting is pretty good.
Okay.
The creature is. All right. The force of your blow actually knocks the creature to the side.
Okay.
Okay. It is shaken, meaning that it has been damaged enough that it's kind of stunned from what it's doing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll need to unshake in order to act.
So does that mean let go or?
No.
Okay.
No. What it means is it can't initiate a new action.
Okay.
Are you quick? I'll ask you that every time. And me. All right, so we're gonna go with the 10 of diamonds. So you drew your pistol last round.
Yep.
All right. What
So
do you
shoot
want to
it in the head.
Shoot in the head. Okay, so difficulty is 4 plus 4 for the headshot.
Yep.
All right.
Ugh.
I mean, just because it didn't.
Well, so that's a 6.
6. Okay.
Any bonuses for being point blank?
No, actually, you have to stay outside of its hand range. Otherwise, it gets its melee defense against you.
Okay.
So
I'll try that again.
okay, do it.
Because I'm gonna make it work. Damn it. I'm gonna make it work. So that's a 7.
Yeah, close enough. I'll take the bennies. Put bennies going there. All right, do the damage to your pistol, please.
And it's a silver bullet, if that matters.
Okay.
Ugh. 4.
But it is a shot to the head.
Mm-hmm. And it's already shaken.
It is, yes. Well, I got all of these, so I'm going to
Soaking.
spend one. Yeah,
Poor Wade.
Snake eyes! Snake eyes!
no. 7. All right. The round, not center of mass already, not center of the head mass, sort of glances through the skull. Okay? So your damage, I'm sorry, what was your damage total?
Was 4.
4. Do you have a heavy revolver or just a regular?
This one's just a regular.
Okay. So that'll be 8. Yeah, so that's enough to actually soak the wound. Okay. Since he's soaked, he's now unshaken.
Oh, cripes.
Okay. Yep. What do you want to do?
I'm going to stun him.
You're going to stun him. You're going to cast magic while you are
Grappled.
grappled. Okay, so it's -2 to your roll.
I know. And it's -1 for the spell. And that's going to be a 3. Which is not a cast.
All right. So you reach into the darkness for your Loa. It answers, but more of a, it's early yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. A 5.
I'm gonna grab the box and run back outside.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
dump the iron filings on him.
Do you go first, Richard?
As far as I know, that's going to work on something crazy.
Yeah,
right?
reverse alphabetic order.
Oh, it's
Blacksmith
reversed,
has never
that's
been
why. I always
attacked
think
by a
it's-
zombie.
So I am going to use my knife again and try again, I guess.
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
He's kind of concentrating on me, so
Yeah. All right. So the fighting, right? Okay.
fighting +2 if you're doing another all-out attack.
Oh, okay. And the all-out attack is because again. what was it?
Well, so an all-out attack lowers your defense, but
Lowers
gives you a
my
better
defense,
chance.
right?
But better.
So I should.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that because
Okay.
he's concentrating on him anyway.
Right.
Okay. And I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Okay. Do you want to stick
I'm
with
gonna
that?
do it again. No.
Okay.
Just stab him or something. A 3. I'll just do it. I don't know.
But 3 + 2 is 5.
Right.
So that's a hit because remember this time you've already drawn your knife, so there's no penalty on the second action.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So you hit.
I hit.
Give me a location.
Okay.
2d6, somebody.
8.
Okay.
All right.
Stick.
And then
Why won't you die again?
strength plus a d4
Yep. Do
plus
it.
1. So 4 plus 1, so 5, so 6,
Yes.
7, 8.
You got it. Okay.
I mathed. Okay.
All right. Okay. Again, you stab it right sort of in the spine. Okay. You can hear the crunching of bones, the tearing of flesh, but no blood comes from the
No.
wound. Okay. It kind of leans forward, as if irritated that you have in fact stabbed it.
I'm just trying to distract her because I'm shaking and getting.
7. So it unshakes, but it's at -2 because it's got a second action. So it will attempt to. Right. My apologies. 2. All right. So the creature now, so it's grabbed you. Oh, it is stabbed again. As it does so, you can actually see like the red tracing along its thing, and its hands are now starting to get hot.
Yeah.
Okay. It still grappled you. You are unable to break free as of yet, so it will automatically do damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Toughness of 5.
Okay, so you are shaken once again.
Uh-huh.
Okay, from the pain, you're like, oh! All right, and I think I was last. So,
This is what you take.
No, I don't have quick.
Not terrible. I know.
He does have quick, but he's also
Yeah.
hesitant for right now.
Right.
okay,
So that's the single worst card you could get, right?
yes.
Yes, yes. It is the bottom. It's the one I was
Alright,
hoping he would got after I got this one.
I don't know what else I can do. Like, can I try and pry his hands off, or is that-
Absolutely, you could help him, which
Sure.
would allow him to.
Or I mean, you could keep stabbing.
I could, but it doesn't seem to be working that well doing much, really. I don't know.
You've seen zombie movies, right?
No, I don't watch that stuff.
Okay.
Hit it in the head
Oh, is that right? But so I can aim for the head.
Yes.
at a -4.
-4, but wild attack +2, so -2
Yeah.
altogether.
Then I'll just aim for the head. I'll do the same thing that was
The all-out attack.
Yep,
Yeah.
got it. Okay,
That's
so it's
what
going to be
I'm saying
-2.
Okay.
There was a
This is all over
strategy
time.
session about the undead earlier.
Very.
Alright. Oh yeah, so I'm rolling my fighting.
Take through the heart, cut off the head.
Alright, so it's 4.
-2
So
is going to be
minus-
2.
Okay, so 2 doesn't hit.
That's correct.
It's okay, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she had a bunch of this.
I feel like we're not going to be doing much after this, so I'm going to keep just going. Alright.
There
Oh,
it
there
is.
it is.
So 9, so 5.
No 9, so 7.
7.
Oh, but don't I -4?
It's
-4, but then
+2.
+2 for the
Yeah,
wild attack.
okay.
Yeah, I think she's doing it the other way.
You
So
do.
9 -4 +2 is
So
7.
that's to the head.
That's to the head. So you're going to do your damage,
Okay.
but it's going to be +4 because it's a headshot.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that would be a 1, 4, so 5 and 9.
11, actually, with the all-out attack.
Right.
With the all-out attack.
12 because it gets +1 because it's the knife.
What's wrong?
No, that's right. I'm sorry. Let's not let her do her math.
Yeah.
So that's 5. +1 is 6, right?
Yeah.
For your knife.
No. Yes, 6. So that would be
Okay.
12 altogether then.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the +4 and the +2. Right? Right.
No, that's
No.
right. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to soak.
Well, I would like to see his head explode, and that would be nice. I'm just kidding. Do what you will.
Well, or do you cut his head off with a Bowie knife?
Oh, come on, please. Like maybe his neck's just hanging by. Just, please.
Just kind of.
Was he shaken already?
No.
He unshook.
He unshook at the end of the last round.
All right. All right. So you stab him in basically through the ear. Okay. As you do so, he suddenly this seems to upset him. Okay. So the knife actually kind of cuts through back here, out through his mouth, right? And he's like, okay.
He's a Canadian.
Anybody, you would think, well, okay, that'll do it. And you pull your blade out, and he's like, oh. And he turns towards you, his sightless eyes suddenly locked upon you.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay, he is shaken, however, but he's damaged. You think maybe for the first time?
No.
I'll take your card. Okay, so, this thing, she's stabbed him. Okay, as she's done so, she actually poked out one of his eyes through the front. It looks nasty.
And then I accidentally stepped on it when I fell to the floor. Please. Okay.
It's your turn.
Save it.
Yeah, we apparently need eyes around.
Yeah, this would be a perfect eye.
I can actually look through it.
Is he still grappling me? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Gonna have to try and break grapple.
Okay. He is. He will. It'll be athletics versus athletics. However, some of the power has actually gone out of his grip.
Well, that's good. Or not.
Yeah, or not. Okay. So, I guess I'll act on 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this. I need a timing dice.
He needs to unshake as well.
No. So there's my timing dice. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, flames burst from his clothes, and they actually begin burning off of his body. Where's my other D4? Oh, my wife has my D4.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Burning dice.
Women.
4. Is that better than your toughness?
No, my toughness is 5.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so his flame actually begins to creep down, and you can actually feel the burning through your skin itself. However, he lets go of you, and he will attempt to unshake. He gets plus 2 to this because he's dead. 4. All right, so he does unshake. He lets go of you, right?
Yeah.
And he turns towards the person who's been most irritating to him.
Yeah.
Philomena.
Okay? And he reaches out to grapple you.
Oh, okay.
This is athletics versus athletics.
Is it versus athletics?
Yes.
All right. So it's a D8. So I'm fine.
What's your roll total?
16. So 16, yeah.
That seems pretty good. I have this stack of bennies, though.
You do. Go ahead.
So I can add 3d6 just by doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
you could. But that would give you
You get 2
But
bennies.
then you
for
get
it.
2
Toughness is
bennies
5 as
out
well.
of it.
Don't forget, I'm not that weak if you want to grapple me.
I'm going to leave it for now. Okay. 2 of diamonds.
Alright, so I am going to triumphantly come running up and say, aha! And I'm going to dump all the iron filings on him.
Okay.
Oh. I don't.
Does he, collapse into cinders?
Would that be cool?
That would be so
Or
cool.
to the
That's what I'm expecting to happen.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, you throw all of the remaining metal scraps at him. As they touch his body, they become red hot and drop to the ground. Okay. Good action. Yeah.
So it's still there?
Oh, yes.
I'm very confused.
And not only that, he is now on fire.
Oh, good. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Again, just anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
So,
Is this twice you've shot now?
yeah.
Okay.
So that's 2.
Damn it. Okay, which one is your shooting dice? The D8? Yeah, okay. So you don't hit anybody else. Okay. I believe we're out of cards.
We are.
So does this get changed now?
Oh, yeah. On his turn it does.
Oh. Oh, wait.
Well, there's all the 2s.
Yeah.
There's still one left.
Nope, we already used it.
Oh, we did?
He had it.
Excuse me.
All right, you're first. Okay, so it's let go of you.
Yeah.
Your clothing is like
Scorched.
scorched.
Not something that hasn't happened before.
Okay, it's now the sound it's making. By the way, like there's this whistling sound that's coming out of its chin as some sort of fire is like being expressed out of there. Like a, you know, like when you get a log and it has like a little pocket of, it's like that, but it's coming out through his chin. It's like, and it's almost like you can hear talking from hell. Yeah, or like that.
Fight it with water.
It's trying to grapple, so a deflection won't actually work. Or would it?
You hold your action? That's what it sounds like you're doing.
No, I'm gonna try and stun it again.
Okay, do it.
Not that stun versus an undead is probably all that useful, but not with die rolls like that. Okay, I go boom. So that's a 1 on the on the voodoo dice.
Are you? I guess you.
What does that do to me again?
What does
It's
that...
called backlash.
Yes, it is.
Oh, goodness. Goodness.
No, critical failure only for the backlash.
Right. On a 1, you take a level of fatigue.
Oh, both of them. It says when a voodooist rolls a critical failure, double ones on his voodoo roll, he suffers a level of fatigue.
So you didn't roll double ones.
I didn't roll double ones.
So
It's a complication.
let's have a look here. 150. You're looking at the 6 guns rules, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Look at the suede rules and
Yeah. Backlash. Besides, I want something interesting to happen.
I know.
If he keeps
Backlash.
like
Here we go.
So he needs double ones.
Yeah.
But it's still a complication though.
Still a complication. Yeah.
But if you fail, complication and a fail, does that do anything? I thought it was a complication on your success.
No, complication on your fail. Whenever you roll a 1 on the skill dice, it's always
Something.
right?
Got it.
Oh, that bag, my green bag just went poof.
No. What I'm going to say, though, is that in your Gree brag, you are going to need to spend $5 to recharge some of your elements.
Yes.
As they have just burnt out.
Great.
Okay. So that was you. Who's next? 7.
I'll shoot it. 4.
4's a hit. Couple of dice for location.
8.
8.
Ugh. 3.
Okay.
And that's a normal bullet now, if that matters.
Okay. Thank you. Your 5 is next.
all right, I am going to.
Okay, so this thing is standing above you,
Yep.
okay, and it's reaching for you.
Yep.
As it does so, like it's on fire.
I know it is.
Okay.
Yep. So that's why I was going to say I am going to try and get away and go back up towards the boarding house.
Oh, we hadn't
Like
gone
in-
far from the
No,
boarding.
but to
Yeah.
the door to go inside, and I'm going to say as I'm trying to get away, I don't know if he's going to try and grab me or what's going to happen, but as I try and do that, I'm going to say, like, I don't think there's anybody to fight this. Let's just go back inside and close the door and see what happens.
Into the wooden building?
Yep.
I guess the flaming zombie.
Okay.
It is, but why, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm thinking that the sunlight is affecting it, or the daytime is affecting it.
I know, and I
but-
know that's not something my character would know, but, like, I'm just, yeah. She's still going to do
makes
that.
sense.
She's
Yep.
going to say, let's go inside.
All right, you disengage with it,
Okay.
meaning that it will automatically get a no. It's not attempting to. It's not attempting to fight you. It's attempting to grapple you. So it doesn't get a
Yeah.
free grapple attack. Okay, so you dodge back up the stairs. The door is still open because he came out.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going to go up and wait long enough until I see who comes in.
I'll take your card because you acted right.
Yeah.
I'm standing at the door getting ready to close it.
Okay,
Don't
on
make it in. Don't make it in.
4, I'm not dead last. On 4, it staggers up the stairs towards you. Okay. Sorry, did you save an action? Did you close the door behind you?
Nope.
Okay. So it staggers up. The flames from it now licking up against the side of the building.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good.
Okay. Yeah, following you, it will attempt to grapple with you again. It is now... It doesn't actually defend itself, so it should be automatically doing all-out attacks every time. So it'll get +2 to this roll. You can roll your athletics.
Okay.
6 minus something.
Alright. That's okay.
Oh.
8.
Okay.
So I do.
Yeah. So you. Okay. It reaches out to you as it does. So you dodge back farther into the building. Okay, and you can see now the wallpaper has begun to catch fire.
Okay.
Just from the sheer heat of this thing. I'm going to roll a d6 here.
Did I just save its life by bringing it inside?
And a d6. Okay.
Oh, you just started the house on fire.
Sure.
Okay,
thing. Yeah,
and
I did. Hey,
so-
fire, yeah.
So now it is at the beginning of every round. This die will actually begin to decrement. The other thing too is your horses, which are tied. Is that the last action? No, you're the last action. Go ahead.
They're out back, actually.
Yeah,
not
we
out
did.
front.
Yeah, they were
Right.
hobbled in the
Right.
pasture.
Right. Okay.
But
But all your saddles and everything are inside, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run up and drop kick it off the stairs.
Okay.
You're gonna have to go in front of it.
Yeah, you're behind it.
I know.
So if you drop kick, it'll be pushing it into.
No, I know, but I'm gonna do
Grab
it.
him from behind
Grab
and pull
him
him
from
back.
behind and pull him back.
All right. So you reach up to the flaming body.
Yeah,
Okay, do it.
I'm
do.
so sorry.
That's what I
Got
do.
Okay.
some clothes on.
I'm not scared of nothing.
So
it's
this
got gloves.
will be a. I'm gonna offer it. Well, it's all out attacking. So it's so it's at -2 to whatever it does. So you're gonna attempt to throw it out of the house. Is that what you do?
I'm gonna get off. So it doesn't
Athletics,
burn
please.
last time. Okay.
2. Oh, no. Mhm.
2.
That does not seem like it would do it. Okay, fair enough. You reach out to it. It's hot as you try to touch it. It feels singy to the right
To the touch.
to the touch.
So is it in the doorway now, like right inside?
It's stepped inside.
at
It's
the
following
doorway?
you into the building.
Okay, I understand.
That's not right.
I know. I'm surprised you didn't give me a 3.
I was thinking it's got to be a joker.
It isn't. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
King first.
So it's
It's
in the doorway inside.
It's stepped inside. Yeah. So she's dodged back. It's following your inside. As it does so, it's attempting to talk to her.
I'll get on my knees and push it.
Okay. What? You're just kidding.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I probably hold my action because I don't want to shoot through you into you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
once
Action
it's
held. Okay. Yeah. What do you do?
Can't actually do that now. I'm going to attempt to grab it and pull it off the stairs.
Okay. So he's okay.
Is there enough space on the stairs for both of us?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What I'm going to say is it's actually not on the stairs. It's in the building.
Yeah, I'm going to try and pull it out of the building.
Okay.
Which would be athletics.
Athletics versus athletics. Yes.
The way my dice have been rolling tonight, this is not probably going to end well. Oh, maybe it will. 6.
6, eh? Nice roll. All right.
Well,
I'm going to use one of these.
Oh, of course.
Oh, there we go. 10. 10 versus your 6?
6, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So what happens is, to resist, you actually give me the target number. I actually hit your target number exactly. Because of
Okay.
penalties.
Yeah.
I have resisted. So you grab it. As you grab it, roll 2d6, please.
Yes, I take 2d6 burning damage.
Unless you're wearing gloves or something.
Actually, didn't say I have gloves
Okay,
on
fair
there,
enough.
so...
Okay, so you reach out to grab it. As you do so, it's like, and you grab onto it.
and I'm shaken.
Yes, your hands are in flames. Not in flames, but in pain. Okay, so he's held, so you're next.
I sure am. So here's what I'm contemplating super quickly. I want to push it out the door.
Okay, that's a good idea.
I know. I'm just thinking of the best / coolest way to do it. So I have high athletics.
Yep.
So,
But like doing an actual drop kick, like you said, would be fighting probably. Unless it's cool. Like, you know?
All grappling falls under athletics.
So
So
a drop kick is part of athletics. It's like
unless you're attempting to actually do damage, if you're trying to push,
No, I'm trying to
grapple,
push it
anything
out.
like that,
Yeah.
that's all falls under athletics.
And you're right behind him.
Mhm.
And so are you.
well, I'm probably off to the side now.
Okay. Alright, but you probably see me running towards it, but you probably
There's
won't
actually a
know.
push rule, so let me actually go to
Okay.
that and see what it says.
Yeah, see about pushing and maybe like I don't know, kicking him
Okay.
in the stomach or something.
So officially pushing is an opposed roll of strength.
Okay.
Okay? So your strength versus their strength.
That's for pushing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no other way I can get it out the door except for to push it, I don't think. I could throw a bottle of brandy on it, make it burn faster, but that might just make the whole house go up faster. Okay.
Okay. Strength versus strength.
Alright. So my strength was a D6. 5, 6. 4, so 9.
no 10.
10.
Oh, 10. Oh yeah, 6 plus 4. Uh-oh.
Oh.
15.
Oh.
There's nothing I can do to stop that with a Benny? No.
Yeah, you could. Well, you could. No.
No.
Like something? Okay.
All right. You push into the creature. As you do so, it's like trying to push the house.
Okay.
Okay. 8.
I'm going to grab one of the saddlebags. It's in a pile right there. I'm going to throw it on top of it to try and smother the fires.
Saddlebag? Okay, so
Because the
saddlebag's
saddles
small,
is all
right?
left in the living room.
Saddle
Oh,
blanket.
the blanket. Saddle
Oh,
blanket.
blanket. Oh, okay. You're going to try to extinguish it. Interesting. Okay.
Good thought.
Survival, maybe?
Okay. That's a good one.
Okay.
I'll take it. Six. 11. With a 1 on my survival dice.
Okay, so I think we can write off the blanket.
Yeah.
Okay, so he moved out of the way.
Yeah, hold on for a second. So, but his action already went, right?
Yep.
So I'm trying to referee exactly what that action would be. I'm going to say roll. So you rolled with a raise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll 1d4 plus 1.
2.
Okay. So give me your. So I'll take a. I don't have a d4. Let me put up another timing dice here.
Yeah, I got one.
This is how many rounds until he burns through the blanket. So until then, no fire damage.
Whew. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to shoot it.
Okay, you're going to interrupt it.
Do I have to interrupt?
Yes,
Yeah,
you do
you
because
do.
it's its action. So
Yeah.
now it's agility versus agility.
Whatever.
Yep. 2.
4.
Yep. Give me your card. Similarly, if somebody else had held their action, they want to interrupt you, they'd have to do the same.
Yep. 3 with 1 on the...
Shooting dice.
Yep.
That's an
That's,
innocent bystander roll.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to say we're going to rule between Jebediah, who's fanning the flames out, or behind it, you have the lovely Philomena. Let's roll 1d6, low, high.
I mean, arguably, he's in front of me, too, if you...
Oh,
He's to
okay.
the side.
yeah.
He's off to
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll location. Somebody give me a location, please. Actually, you can roll your own location there, buddy. Headshot.
Leg.
Leg.
Okay.
7. Most damage I've rolled yet.
My toughness is 5.
All right, so you are shaken. So basically, the gun goes off. As it does so, basically punches through your leg, through the meat on the side of your leg, wings you. Unless you want to shake or unless you want to soak.
I got no bennies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I soak using a $10 coin?
No.
No.
I think it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You're covered in a blanket.
I am covered in a blanket.
Can't see.
Actually, you can. Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the entangled. So I'm gonna attempt to break free. That will be a function of strength.
Oh, good. Good for you. Good.
You
for
tear the
you.
blanket off. No problem.
Good roll.
Okay. So it rips the blanket away. I'm going to rule that this still carries. Most of it's covered. It has its arm free. However, it spends its action getting free. And we will go to cards.
Jeez Louise.
I concur.
One goddamn zombie.
Alright.
I can't take
Oh,
that.
alright. Oh, okay.
Because you can't.
Can't take that.
Because you can't take high, right?
You're like slow as opposed to quick.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
cool. I didn't even know that would exist.
Yeah, it's a
Alright,
hindrance.
so again, I'm going to try and push it out the door.
Okay. Yes, okay. So they're both attacking it, right? So you'll have a gaining up bonus of +2.
Okay.
Okay?
Ready? Okay. So we rolled a 1 and a 6.
Roll a 6 up again.
Okay. Does the 1 matter? It does.
That
All
dice
right.
is a little suspicious.
The big one? There was a lot of...
7 minus
Actually,
2.
my D8 have been rolling mostly. It's 2.
She's just a good roller.
Yeah. So that's sorry. What was your total?
I rolled a 6, so 9. And then you said it was 9 plus what?
2 for the ganging up, so 11.
Okay.
11. Nice. Okay, so I rolled a total of 5. So that is enough for a raise. So with a push, pushes up to blah blah blah. With the raise, okay. So you can push it back up to. You can push it out the door and down the stairs.
Do it.
Okay, fair enough. So with a mighty kick at the bottom of your boot, you basically push it back. It topples backwards. And question: does it successfully push back to make it or be knocked prone? Okay.
It's not knocked prone.
Special.
Okay. So it's knocked back, but not prone. Okay, so you kick it out of the building. I think you're next.
Okay.
9, yeah.
I'm going to shoot it
It
again.
is now by itself.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because shooting's what I do. Maybe I should tackle it or something. Might work better. Oh, there we go. So, 6 and 5 is 11, 8 and 4 is 12, so that's 12.
All right, nice shot. Okay, yeah, give me a location, please.
7.
7, center of mass.
So what does a raise do?
Extra d6.
Okay. Could be worse. So that's 7.
All right. You put another bullet into its chest. It kind of staggers a little bit, but there seems to be no visible...
Oh, did we have a location?
Yep,
Yeah.
7.
Yes,
Center of
7.
mass. Okay, next. How many bullets have you fired now?
5.
5. Okay. 7.
I'm gonna draw my Bowie and move towards it.
Okay. So you're going to attack this round?
No.
Or just move? Okay.
Just move.
Okay, sounds good. So did I get your card? Yes. 6.
Did we keep any buckets of water for washing or anything like that that I can see around me?
What about the horse's water?
Oh,
That's behind.
that's
Yeah,
behind
lucky?
us. Do I have lucky now?
Okay. So I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to say it's going to be 50-50. So red or black?
Red. Alright, so then I'm gonna just draw my guns and
I use whiskey to wash my hands with.
I'm gonna draw my
You did.
guns
Rotgut, actually.
and head towards the door.
Okay, so you draw your gun and head towards the door?
Both of them.
Both your guns. Okay. Okay. So that one decrements to 0 as I act. You are standing beside it because you drew your bow
Yep.
and you moved to the door. Okay.
And everything goes boom, doesn't it?
There is a sudden conflagration.
Yeah.
Okay, 11.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you roll? What's your toughness?
Toughness is 5.
So 5, 9. Okay, so you take
A wound.
a wound. Unless you want to soak it.
Have no bennies to soak it.
Okay, and you are shaken.
Yep.
Okay. And this thing, suddenly, there's an eruption of flame from within it. And with the first time you've actually been able to make out a sound, you actually hear the blood-curdling scream of somebody dying by burning to death. Okay?
That's why I hate undead. Howie.
Okay, wound.
Yep.
All right. What are y'all doing with Thomas Daly's body? Stop in the name of the law.
Uh-huh.
We'll call it there.
I don't give as much.
Of course.
Not doing anything with the body. The body was goddamn walking.
Attacking us.
Yeah, we were getting.
Thank you, everybody. This has been 12 counties that the characters have explored the lovely town of Daly's Corner. I encountered a whole variety of interesting things.
Goddamn cursed town.
Now, they seem to have found the box, but there's been some other complications. So we'll see what happens next time when we return. So we will be back next week, probably 1 o'clock next week. Thank you for joining us. And if you watch us on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We'll talk to you next time.